Lord, what is going on with this hair? Good evening. Good evening. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Brax, do you got our hats? Our Happy New Year stuff? Yeah. Let me pull this up just in case my son accidentally unplugs everything. Happy New Year. If you are ready for 2026, drop an emoji in the chat. Oh, Lord. Come over that. You want to tell everybody Happy New Year?
Happy New Year, everybody.
Here, I'll open this. Let me see. Brax was with his... I literally told him to leave that alone. Brax was with his grandparents for New Year. So we're going to celebrate tonight. We're 3 days in, y'all. Here you go.
Okay.
It's really small. Let me see. Maybe you're supposed to open it. Let me see. Okay, let me do mine. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I mean, I know that you guys have celebrated it already, but we're late. We're having a SWAC Saturday. 3 days in on the new year. Lord, this thing messing up my hair. Anyway, you want a hat? You want to do a hat instead?
Yeah,
Okay, let's do you a hat. Okay, you do a hat. There you go. Oh, all right, y'all.
This hat is too big.
Oh. Whew.
Why is the hat so big?
It is not. Let me see. I'll do it for you. No, here. Oh, you already done broke it. See?
It was too big.
No, it's not. It's literally here. Let me do that. Sorry, y'all. We're having some technical difficulties. We're just getting it together.
Yeah,
Brax, tell everybody about your about the New Year or your Christmas. You're doing it the wrong way. Okay, there. There you go. Oh, they're telling you to play Get Ready on the horn. That's not how it goes. That doesn't sound like Get Ready. You're gonna have to practice that, Bayless. Da-na-na-na. Get ready. Okay. Y'all done started something. All right. So we're gonna have a good time tonight. SWAC basketball is in full effect. I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy having heart palpitations multiple times in the week. It's already bad enough that on Saturdays, during the football season, we're constantly in limbo. Especially this season, with some really close games where I want to say at least 5 of our games, maybe even 6 of our games, blood pressure up, heart rate skyrocketed. And so for sure, basketball season, it looks like a lot of these games are going to come down to the wire. And I'm not looking forward to that. I can't take it. My heart can't take it. Okay. I can't handle the stress multiple times in a week. Yes, I don't have it. I don't. We do not have it. We just invaded Venezuela, it's just so much going on right now. Like my heart, me personally, now I love supporting the Jackson State Tigers. I love SWAC TV. Today's games were, in terms of production, were A++, with a little bit of there was a little bit of buffering, but my show buffers, so I'm not getting ready to talk about anybody in the buffering situation. I'm sure they're going, but one thing that they pointed out, which is the replay that SWAC TV has available for all to see. Yes, we not fooling with Coach Mo or Coach Marge. I'm sorry. I can't handle it. I can't. And then, me, I like to talk a lot of mess. Jackson State men's team was up 17. And y'all know how I act. Y'all know how I like to cut up and talk mess.
Y'all hired some homegrown talent.
I was playing that video when we was up 17. I was already playing the video. I was like, you know what? We're getting ready to beat Alcorn by like 50. This is what I was playing.
Y'all hired some homegrown talent. I'm proud of Jackson State. Everybody give me a round of applause. Everybody give me a round of applause. They hired some homegrown talent. And got a homegrown ass whooping. That's a homemade ass whooping. That ass whooping from scratch. Okay? That ass whooping went out the box. That ass whooping came from scratch. Them folks told you last year, I hope you put me on homecoming. Them folks told you what they gonna. See, it's one thing to sneak up on me.
I love using G's stuff, especially when we whoop them in basketball, football, soccer, anything. I love it. So when we were up 17 points, I was like, See, that's what y'all get. Here they go. Now we up by 9. I'm like, okay, we up by 9. We're good. We're good. Then we only up by 5. Wait a minute. Then the game is tied. What is going on? What is going on? So, y'all comment in the chat, who are we going to start with? Women's basketball or men's basketball? Y'all let me know. They've already got the updated conference in there. Not folks done wrote off basketball. Why are y'all already writing off folks is already writing off basketball and said they're getting ready for golf and baseball. What? And softball. Why would y'all say that now? Don't do that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the standings. We can talk about some of the games. I didn't do games of the week, but I'm pretty sure the games of the week are, of course, Jackson State versus Alcorn. And then I think there was another close game. Hey. There's another close game, and that was, I want to say FAMU and Bethune was boxing it out. Ooh, Jay White. Does Jay White want to talk about Valley now or later? Does Jay White want to talk about Valley now or later? You just let me know. You just let me know. All right. So Southern, of course, is up top. They are 2-0 in conference, 6-7 overall. Alabama State is also 2-0 in conference play. I want to say the next game that Jackson State plays is versus Alabama State. Maybe that's only the men's team. Nope. I think the next game is on the 10th. And I want to say that game is versus Alabama State in Montgomery. Alcorn State. This has been updated. 1-0. Of course, Jackson State fell to Alcorn State the last couple of minutes. We can talk about it. I think we will talk about it. I think we will be talking about that Jackson State game. I did watch that particular game in depth, and I have some things that I just noticed. I'm sure that they're working on them. Bethune-Cookman, of course, they beat FAMU today. So then Texas Southern is 1-1. Alabama A&M is 1-1. Grambling State is 1-1. Valley, of course, with their huge win over Alabama A&M, so they're 1-1. And then Jackson State, Arkansas Pine Bluff, Prairie View, and Florida A&M are all winless in conference play. I want to say that it's probably harder to gauge where your team is at when you have out of conference games and you literally don't win any conference games, or you win 1 or 2 games. It's very hard to gauge where you're at in terms of SWAC play. So we know that Southern has the ability to probably sweep or come very close to sweeping the whole conference in terms of the women's side. They played really competitive even in their out of conference schedule. Any questions? Any concerns? So for me personally, I think that the men's side is going to be a little bit more competitive. Please stay away from there, Braxton. I am begging you. What are you doing? All right. What games y'all want to look at real quick? I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Jackson State women's game. We can talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. And you know what? This actually is kind of going to go for both of them, and that is that 3-point shooting. For me, this is just an observation on the women's side, and that is, ladies, we need you guys to take it to the basket. You got to take it to the basket. You got to draw those fouls. Several times, I want to say it was our center maybe, had the ability to either draw a foul. I mean, you're right there underneath the basket. Stop trying to push the ball out. You take the shot, you draw the foul. You take the shot, you draw the foul. So, ladies, I love the fact that you guys are able to get that 3-pointer down. We love that. Same for the men. But I'm going to need you to take it to the basket, okay? I need you to take it to the basket. Take those shots, draw those fouls. Okay. Kiara Henderson was 7 of 11. She was 1 of 1 for the 3-point and 6 of 7 for free throws. She had 21 points, 1 steal, 1 turnover. Glaring, of course, is the 12 turnovers. Nakia Cheatham, 5 of 11, 2 of 5 from the 3-point range, one offensive rebound, 3 defensive rebounds. I think that's also glaring is the offensive rebounds. We only had 8 offensive rebounds. That just can't. You have to get those offensive rebounds. And I want you guys to play with a little bit more aggressiveness. Like, I don't think that the rivalry and the stakes are there. So anytime that people play Jackson State, they're going to play us like it's their championship game. One of those reasons is because we beat their ass for years. I don't think you guys understand. For years, Jackson State whooped the entire SWAC. At that, like, we had Southern who beat us on a 3-point shot at the buzzer that one year. And then, like, we had, like, 3 years straight of just whoop ass. Like, no one even had a conversation for regular season. You knew that Jackson State was going to win. So now that is what we're going through. We're going through the get back. None of the players and coaches were there when Reed was beating their ass, but the sting that it has, the fact that you know that Jackson State was so dominant for so many years, they still play us like it's their last, okay? Oh, wait a minute! Dre! Ah! What? Let's be fair. Let's not go there. Dre is messy. Y'all are all being messy in the chat. But listen, if y'all don't take that damn ball to the basket and draw a foul, I'm not even going to call out. I'm not going to call our center out. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say our center. She's the tallest one on our team. I'm not going to call her name out. Baby girl, you are supposed, when someone throws you that ball, you do not throw the ball back out. You threw the ball back out, that caused a turnover. Girl, if you don't, you're taller than everybody on the damn court. If you don't turn around and shoot that ball and draw a foul, We don't give a damn about the play call. F the play call, Carrie. F the play call. You give what the defense gives you. Everybody up underneath the damn basket, you put your damn hands up there and you throw it in there. And even if you can't get in there, you draw that damn foul. F the play call. Draw the foul. We needed the foul. Now, I don't care what the coach told her to do. I don't care what the coach told her to do, Carrie. You have to make some adjustments. Just because the coach told you to do something, if you see there's 3 or 4 defenders that are in your line, your view of throwing that ball, don't throw the ball. And stop it. In the fourth quarter, we only scored 4 points. Listen. Listen. The main issue was we weren't taking shots. I actually, you know what? I could probably actually pull it up. Alcorn State Court scored 18 points off of turnovers. Jackson State bench contributed 15 points. Points in the paint, 26 points. 26 points were in the paint. Here it is right here. Points in the paint, 26. The second and third quarter, 20 points. Of those 26 points in the paint. So that means that only 6 points. So that means you guys only got points in the paint only 3 times. 3 buckets in the paint. In the first quarter, you had 1 bucket in the paint. And in the fourth quarter, you had 2 buckets in the paint. That is not okay. And then if you see fast break points, usually what happens when you do a fast break in basketball? When you're doing fast break in basketball, what does that mean? That means that more than likely you're going to take it to the house. Guess how many fast break points we had? 0. You want to know why we had a 0? Because when we did have the ability to do a fast break, they would, instead of going to the basket, they would slow it down. So they need to practice. We need to practice going to the basket. And I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, like middle school or something like that, I used to play basketball, and they tried to put me under center, and I got my ass popped one good time, with the basketball when they charge you, and I said, "Oh no, I won't be doing that. You won't be hitting me in my damn face." But that's what y'all sign up for. Y'all are in college. Y'all know how to play. You know what it comes with. Y'all put your hands up, put your feet down when they coming towards you. And then vice versa. When you see them and they planting their feet. Drea. Yes, I used to play basketball. Look, you better take that shit to the house. All I can hear is y'all better quit. I'm not going to say that they were playing scared. I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say this is just looking at the stats, ladies. The points in the paint, you only have 4 points in the paint. And yes, I do understand that you guys are really good in terms of 3-point range. Well, let's see. Alcorn was 4 of 21 from 3-point range. Jackson State Damn, you guys made the same amount of 3-pointers. 4. Let me see. Oh. We didn't make any 3-pointers in the fourth quarter. We tried 6 times. We didn't have no free throws in the fourth quarter. No free throws in the fourth quarter, y'all. None. Damn. They didn't give us no free throws. That's crazy. You want to know why we didn't get no free throws? You know why we didn't get no free throws, right? You didn't drive the ball. You got to drive your ball up there. And you know who used to be so like immaculate at driving the ball to the basket? Is it what is her name? I forgot her name. I want to say her name's Janiyah. What was her name? That played for Coach Tamika Reed. I think she's actually Jalea Cotton. No, it's not Jalea. I'm sorry. Not Jalea. I forgot that young lady's name. She used to play for Coach Reed. Anybody know what her name was? Good Lord. It's not Jalea. She's a guard. Anybody know that guard name that used to play for Jackson State? We low-key need her as an assistant coach because baby. The refs were horrible. I mean, you can't even get Jackson State can't even get home cooking at home. Yeah. No, not Crump. No, not Crump. Man, I'm gonna look at it. No, now you know it was not Crump that was doing that. I'm gonna tell y'all in just a second. Jariah Covington. Jariah Covington. That's her name. Y'all, Jariah Covington used to, when I tell you, how tall is she? 5'5"? Baby, she did not care. All 5'5" of her was going to drive to that basket. All 5'5" of her was driving to that basket. Jariah Covington. Jariah. Oh my God. Hey, Mr. Ford.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes. How you doing?
All right, how you doing? I'm doing good. You know I need a favor.
Mr. Ford, please don't come up on here.
I need a
Clowning
favor.
in the first 3 minutes.
No, I ain't gonna clown.
All right, Mr. Ford.
I want you to do something for me. We lost a giant this week.
Okay, yes.
Okay, you know we lost Richard Smallwood this week.
Yes.
I want you to play Total Praise.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You heard Mr. Ford, y'all. Out the gate.
Hey, Miss Whitley. Hey, Miss Whitley. Oh, listen, I know Dr. Kanisha happy. You heard who their new coach is gonna be, right? Did you hear?
The one that you was talking about, Mr. Ford. You already told us who it was gonna be.
Did I say Ted White?
You sure did, because you said you didn't know if they was gonna be able to get him because he is at such and such school. Remember, we looked him up.
Yeah, well, they gonna get him. They gonna get. I heard the paper has already been signed. They probably announce it next week.
Man, oh man. Mr. Ford.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, yeah. You know, he was two-time graduate of the most comprehensive Black university in the United States, Howard University. He received an undergraduate and a master's from Howard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing, Mr. Ford? Happy New Year.
Yeah, yeah. I'm doing good. Now, you know, and I'm not trying to start nothing, but now you know the scriptures say that the new year starts in the spring. And in the Bible, it says that the new year starts with the month of Habib. Translated, that means the end of March and the beginning of April. In other words, New Year starts in spring. Now we know that it's the Romans calendar that we go by, and the Romans were celebrating a god they called Janus. He could see into the future and into the past, and that's where we get the month of January from. But you know, most people around the world will say that that's stupid to say that the new year starts in the middle of winter when everything is dead. But Happy New Year.
Mr. Ford. Mr. Ford,
Huh?
you will tell us like it is.
No, I was just saying.
So the new year starts in April?
Well, they said the end of March, and the you can look. It's Exodus 12, and it's called Habib, and it
I'm
means
a built the 2026.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
what do you think? What do you think about new beginnings? We went right into a war in Venezuela.
Well, we had already talked about that. I mean, really, the Earth right now, people are beefing all over the Earth. I mean, really, it's like just a new theater. There's wars all over right now.
Oh, you
Isn't that
forgot
right?
to speak to everybody. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Is Brandy on? Hey, Brandy. Hey, Dr. Kanisha. Hey, Miss Whitley. I'm so sorry about Ohio State being taken out by the University of Miami. Um, who else? Miss Mary. Hey, I know. Listen, I know Miss Mary's smiling because these FAMU people up here, baby. They listen, Mr. Mona. They back up here now. Them FAMU people is back. They putting their clothes on. They got them FAMU clothes on. They giving money, and they talking trash again.
They can
They
go
back.
back inside. They lost. They
Yeah,
got
they done come out the morbid state, the funeral type attitude. They've come out of that.
tell them to go back inside. They got their ass whooped by Bethune today.
Oh, it was a great game. I watched the game. Listen, you know now you know they already picking Bethune. I saw they got there, and they got some kid. They trying to get him eligible. First name is Doctor or something. I don't know if his last name was Bradley, but anyway, they really hound this kid. They say this kid can play 3 to 4 positions. They waiting on the NCAA to rule on him. But you know, the press is saying this kid is really good, and I thought FAMU was better. I did. I was impressed today. I think the tournament's going to be awesome. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the tournament's going to be awesome.
Lord have mercy. Please help me. Oh, poor girl. Oh. Well, you said, and you know that everybody gets to go to the tournament this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the tournament's going to be great. I
You
think
know
because
what?
that's one of the things I was saying. We had such an exciting and outstanding football season in the SWAC this year. And so I'm hoping that it carries over to the basketball. I want the basketball to be as exciting. And congratulations to the Jags. I heard they took down Texas Southern tonight, didn't they? Did the boys, the men won, right? Didn't Southern's men win tonight? Didn't they beat Texas Southern? I think they did. I was going to ask you, did their women win? Who won the game between Southern and Texas Southern's women's game? Who won that?
Southern won.
Okay, was it a sweep?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so Jackson beat Alcorn in both games?
Mr. Ford, we did not win both games.
Okay, what?
The women lost.
The women lost?
We scored 4 points in the fourth quarter, Mr. Ford.
What?
We scored 4 points in the fourth
Okay.
quarter.
Now the men won?
Oh, Mr. Ford.
Huh?
It was blood pressure medication because Jackson State was up by 17.
The girls were up by 17 and
No,
lost?
the men was up by 17. The girls was up by like 8 or 9 at one point, and we lost by 4. The men was up by 17, and I think we won by 4. But it was close, Mr. Ford. It was down to the wire.
Okay. Now I know that Alcorn has a new men's coach.
Yes, he does. Yes.
Were you impressed with him? What'd you think?
I can't say that I was impressed with Alcorn because for me, the way I just saw our men's team playing, I was like, damn, we whooping their ass, and I'm over here talking mess. And then they come back and they score. And so Alcorn has some 3-point shooters. They got some shooters on their team.
Okay.
Jackson State, Deshaun Ruffin is as advertised.
I remember. That's the kid, the McDonald's All-American kid, right?
Oh my gosh. And he's not scared. He's just all over the court. I want to say we don't have Ramel Mansell on our team.
So you don't have any big men?
I'm not going to say we don't have any big men, but what Mansell meant to the team,
he was good. I like him.
We need that in order to be competitive in the SWAC. You're going to need one. I mean, we have a freshman, Kobe Butler.
Right.
I think he's from one of the schools in New Orleans, but we do not have a Romel Mansell, and in order for us to be competitive in the SWAC, we need that. I'm wondering, is this transfer portal open for basketball? Can we get somebody eligible and transferred in before January and playing? Like, is that even a possibility that we can get somebody?
Well, Baylor just got a 7-footer in, didn't they? After Christmas.
We need to get one. What are they doing? We have to get one. You have to, like, I would be scouring the transfer portal for anybody. We don't even give a damn if you know how to play. As long as you 7 foot, whatever, go ahead and bring
somebody says we need some big, so that the paint game wasn't exciting tonight. That they didn't really have
we don't have that presence that we need.
Right.
In order to stay competitive, like our guard play, I think we can do very well, but you have to have that. And then I've noticed Jackson State men's team was getting called a lot of tic-tacky fouls, and we were at home. They called a foul on Ruffin, and it was all ball. Like, we're not getting any calls, Mr. Ford. I don't know. We need to have an NIL for refs too, because we're not getting any calls.
Got to get the players first.
Where the hell did Bethune get $100K to pay folks?
Well, he's the AD. Remember, he has a large say over how the money is spent. Now, they did say he had 10 new players, and I was listening to where all of them came from. He's got some players now. He's got some players.
Baylor said, find somebody that'll take $5K and a Stamps gift card.
Yeah.
Find somebody that like collard greens and some neck bone.
And by the way, they got a kid on there from Doc's hometown. One of the guards at Bethune-Cookman is from Dallas, I think.
He's got a Rolodex that has money. Well, okay, so they said Bethune. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull up the men's side of things. I do not think that this season, Mr. Ford, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Do you think I'm going to be able to do it? I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I'm not going to be able to take
I mean, that's the exciting thing about the season. You never know how the team is going to grow and mature, and because I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought it was a shocker last year that Alabama State won the tournament. I just knew Southern was going to win that tournament.
Southern was
On the
out
men.
the first round.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you never know. You never know.
All right, so Grambling is 1-0. Southern, Bethune.
Okay, who did Grambling play tonight?
Who did they play? Grambling. They haven't posted those yet. Let me see. I look for the SWAC, the official SWAC graphics that they put up when posting what happened with what. Okay, good. They did it finally. All right. Let's pull it up. Okay, so they don't have the men's done yet. So I'll pull up the women's first.
Okay.
So damn. Alabama State beat Valley 83-50.
Mm-hmm.
Texas Southern lost to Southern 45-64.
That was good. That's men or women?
No, we're on women. This is
we're women. Okay.
FAMU women lost to thank you, Mr. Moore, 56-57.
That was an exciting game. I saw the last quarter of it. It was exciting. I kind of thought FAM was going to pull it out.
Prairie View lost to Grambling 60-85. Damn.
Okay.
So that means that it's the same for the men's and women's because usually they do a doubleheader, right? So that means that Grambling beat Prairie View on the men's side today too. So they did a sweep.
Oh, okay.
Alabama A&M beat UAPB 72-49.
Okay.
And then, of course, Alcorn beat Jackson State 49-45. Mr. Ford, did you know that Alabama A&M lost to Valley on Thursday?
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I did hear that.
What do you think about that?
I mean, listen, I think Pine Bluff, who's coaching at Pine Bluff?
On the women's side?
No, you were talking about the men's game, right?
No, the women. Don Thornton lost to Valley.
Well, Pine Bluff is pretty good in women's basketball.
Don Thornton, Alabama A&M lost to Valley, Mr. Ford, Mississippi Valley.
I know, but well, that means we might have some parity. Can't take anybody lightly because sometimes you're going to this game.
That means the tournament is gonna be a fool.
Yeah, that's what I said. I know it's gonna be really good in the men's.
Hey,
huh?
Coach Don Thornton doesn't coach at UAPB anymore. She's at Alabama A&M.
Right. She's she's the dresser. I see her all on. My kids be looking at her. Last year she would have on all them outfits, and they'd be looking at her. Yeah, I know her.
Oh, they said Dawn was sick today.
Oh, she was?
Or maybe she was sick on Thursday. That's why they lost.
Oh, okay. Because they did pretty good last year, right?
Yeah.
She's got that brand new arena over there.
I just want us to be competitive. Mr. Ford, we beat their ass so bad for so many years that now it's like every time Jackson State loses a SWAC game, it hurts so bad.
Well, hey, we'll see. That's the good thing about the season.
We're going to be competitive this year, Mr. Ford. That's all we can ask for is to be competitive.
That's men and women or just men?
Well, the men, Mo needs to win now, not tomorrow, not the next day, now.
Okay.
He needs to win now, and we need for him to go get a 7-footer now.
Yeah, he can do it. Like I told you,
Okay.
Baylor just got one.
He is a celebrity coach. He literally won an NBA Finals. Like, what are we saying here?
Well, he is a celebrity coach.
And we need to win. I think they be giving him a pass because he's a local, but you gotta win today, right, Mr. Ford?
Win the day, baby.
All we need a Romel Mansell. Okay, we gotta have somebody like him or a couple in order to win, in order to be competitive. You gotta have that. We already have Deshaun Ruffin, we have Kobe Butler, Jamie Mitchell. I think I'm saying his name right. We actually have a lot of players from last year.
Was that Ruffin kid the preseason player of the year?
Yes. We
Yeah.
actually have a lot of returning players from last year. The which I'm surprised that he wasn't able to go in there and get a seasoned center or forward. Or I don't know. I see the talent in Kobe Butler. I see the talent in some of the other players, but I just think that aggressive, like gritty, like we need that type of player under the goal. And I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong in my assessment. I'm not a expert in men's basketball, but I felt like that is one of the key pieces that's missing.
What is it, a big man?
Mo was one injury away from a SWAC championship last year. Mo was a couple of plays away from SWAC championship last year.
That was a good game last year in that SWAC the tournament.
Yes, Dorian McMillan is a baller. He was there last year. So we have the stuff that we need. Stock Talk is talking about where one was one injury away, but he's forgetting the key piece, which is we had Romel Mansell. We have all of those pieces back. Jamie Mitchell, Dorian McMillan, Deshaun Ruffin. You do not have Romel Mansell. You have to have him in order to win. Not him specifically, but none of the I don't remember any of those players. I think we did have an injury in that particular game, if I remember right. But that we have to have that. And then, like they say, next man up.
Oh yeah.
So are we allowed to do that? Y'all, we need to, I know we're on Twitter and we're looking for the football because the transfer portal done open.
Yes, it has, baby.
And there's about 7,000 to 8,000 players in the portal. Y'all need to go over there and look for some centers or some power forwards or something. See if Shaq got any eligibility.
The basketball portal opens up is it April or when is it? Is it in April for basketball? When is it?
I thought it was now. They can't come now.
I thought this was for football.
Can they transfer now? Tell them to transfer in now. Didn't you just say Baylor got somebody?
Yeah, Baylor got a 7-footer, a Nigerian.
Doesn't he get to play this year? Go look for
He's already played. I heard they booed him. They played TCU or somebody. I think they lost.
We need to be finding. Let's go ahead and go find one. Look overseas. Look for what is it? If you used to play in the NBA, you played 1 year, you can come back. You can come back.
No. I don't think you can. No, they made a ruling. What is it? Last week that if you signed the NBA contract, you could not play in the NCAA. No, they made it because I think it was Calipari was raising fan, and so was Tom Izzo, and so the executive director had to make a statement.
Semi-pro, and he was drafted. No, there was somebody who was drafted to the NBA, and he is eligible. He was just granted 4 years of eligibility.
That's the Nigerian. That's the guy that went to. But he never signed it. I don't think he ever signed the NBA contract.
We're gonna do like FAMU did the band, and you don't have to be enrolled. You don't have to be enrolled at all. Just come on to the practice squad.
Yeah.
I mean, they had FAMU had band folks in the band that was, off the street. So like Dre said, you don't got to be enrolled. You got to be 7 foot or taller though.
Yeah, they got him a 7-footer. Look that up. See what his name. He's got a. See what his name is. He's just put in that Baylor's new recruit.
We don't care
NBA
if they're
recruit.
25 with kids as long as they got some good knees. We need a 6'9" basketball player ASAP. Go ahead and get it rolled. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. You're right, Doc. That's his name right there. That's his name. Yep.
Now, not tomorrow, not the next day. Now, you don't even have to go. There's no need in you. You don't have to go and look at the facilities. You're going to be taken care of. You're going to have 3 hots and a cot. You might get an extra, you get to go travel. We'll enroll you online.
Listen, Mr. Have you heard anything about Andrew Body, where he's headed? Anybody heard anything?
I wish I had me some wine right now because I would be sipping.
Anybody heard from what Andrew Body is going to do?
The only thing I heard was I seen a post that said, "Come and get me." And I said, "Come and get me? What you mean, come and get me? What do you mean, come and get you?" The only thing you should be posting is, "I'm going on an official visit." But let me shut my mouth. These kids, listen, Mr. Ford.
Mhm.
There's over 7,000 to 8,000 kids in the portal.
Yeah, I heard.
And
Yeah.
ain't no way I'm getting in the portal. I don't give a damn if it is poaching. Ain't no way I'm getting in the portal and not already have my school that I'm going to and how much I'm making. It needs to be in black and white.
Well, it looked like after Georgia lost to Ole Miss, didn't you see all them Georgia players getting in the portal? Did you see that?
And that's the thing. You got Georgia. Who's getting in there next? Whoever lose next, they getting in there, right? So
well, the latest, the big news out of Florida is that Florida State might land DJ, was it Lagaway? Did you see that?
I didn't, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to be real with yourself, right? And I'm not trying to be funny. You have to be real with yourself. There's going to be kids from Power 5 that are hopping in the portal looking for a place to go and that have been playing on championship level teams. You don't think that those other teams are going to be trying to snatch them up first? There's no way that I'm hopping in the portal and I don't already know where I'm going. I'm not going on no official visit because I already know where I'm going. I have my scholarship in line. See, what happens is they get all of these FCS players and they promise them all this stuff. Meanwhile, they're still trying to land some of the FBS players. They're just using them as backups, just in case stuff doesn't work out. Right?
That's right, for depth. Yeah, that's what it's on. Because they say that the guy, he was the defensive tackle for Florida A&M. He went up to Illinois. Supposedly he didn't get any playing time. You remember the big 300-pound tackle?
The one that you said won't be missed, but he was missed.
Yeah, he was missed. Well, what was his name? He was from Florida. He was about 300 pounds. General Hunt. I think General Hunt didn't really get any playing time at Illinois.
Listen, and you know what? Okay, here's what I'll say. If the money is what they say it is, then okay, right? Let's say I have 2 or 3 years left of eligibility. And I say, okay, I'm going to hop in this portal. I'm going to take a chance. And then you land at one of these schools, right? And they say, okay, we're going to give you $30,000, which I'm thinking that when these agents tell you that they can get you this money, how do they know how do they know that the NIL organization is actually going to get them that money?
And by the way, where's the Isaiah Spencer kid? Is he still with Virginia Tech?
At Virginia Tech so far. I haven't heard any news. But my point is this, like, it's I want to say some of it is parents telling their kids
you are a reflection of your parents. Yes, his parents.
and this is my thing, you done entered into the transfer portal and then you got the only offer that you're getting is other SWAC schools. I wouldn't even post it. If I went into the transfer portal, let's say I was either the SWAC championship game, like, so if I played for Prairie View or I played for Jackson State, or even if you played for Alabama State and you went into the transfer portal and your only offer is other SWAC schools or worse, look at what you just did. All because you wanted to go see what was out there, and because somebody behind this page with 2,000 followers told you I can get you this, that, and the third. I'm
Yeah, they
sorry.
got to do something. They got to do something about these so shady agents. There's a lot of shady agents out there. You don't have to be certified to be a college agent, do you? Do you have to be certified?
It's open season. I could say that I'm an agent right
Yeah,
now.
you can.
I can literally say I'm an NIL agent. I could literally make a post and get all these students to put their stats underneath me and blah, 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 and say, I can get you yay, 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 and nay. These agents can't promise you money because they're not even the NIL collective. How are you going to promise a kid some money and you are not, unless you're a separate representative that is kind of like connected to the collective? How are you promising $50,000 to $60,000? Now, what's going to end up happening is some people who left who actually did have money, they were getting money. Now you done went to a situation where you thought you was going to get more, and now you don't have that opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I've said before.
Come and get me, and you should have been right where the hell you said.
I think we're going to get some great talent. And
that's the thing.
Doing the transfer portal, we're going to get some great talent in the SWAC.
And that's the thing that kids don't understand is that in terms of like schools, especially the FCS level, lower FBS level, D2 level, there's going to always be talent for these schools. Now, at the FBS level, like Ohio State, Georgia, Miami, they're looking for a certain caliber of athlete. But in terms of FCS schools, there's going to always be a plethora of people, of student athletes looking for a spot. They're hungry. They need a place.
What'd you think about that Division II quarterback at Ole Miss the other night in the Sugar Bowl?
The one that won 2 national championships at Fair.
That beat up Georgia. That beat up Georgia. I know he did that.
Beat them like they stole something.
Yes, he did. He was a D2 quarterback. So I ain't got nothing to say about D2 quarterbacks.
No, I didn't say
very
that.
Impressed with him.
What I said was that.
Oh no, I'm just saying I was impressed with him.
So imagine that a D2 school was able to land that type of caliber of player.
Yeah.
They're always going to be, I want to say South Carolina State quarterback from last year was a D2 quarterback. From Benedict, right? Remember? That was
you talking about Phoenix? Was it who you talking about? Phoenix?
Yeah, he was
he was Benedict, yeah.
So what I'm saying is there's always going to be a plethora of talent. Of course, you would like some for players to stay, because then you don't have as much work to do in terms of making the team gel. But when you have kids out here making those types of decisions, and then another thing that's always hard is picking and choosing which students do you allow to come back, right? Which student athletes do you allow to come back after they entered the transfer portal, and let's say they didn't get any offers or they didn't get what they thought they were going to get? Do you allow them to come back? And then are you obligated to give them an NIL deal? Are you obligated to give them an NIL deal after they decided to leave?
Well, that's why you got the general manager. He makes that determination, right?
Huh?
Isn't that why you got the general manager?
You can't have the hopping in and out. I just remember how negatively it affects a team to have student players that you allow to hop in and out the portal and play with your time. And now that there's only one transfer portal window, you can't play with folks who are indecisive. It's not just playing. This is like literally you as a student too, because you have to be registered for school.
Yeah, I saw some kid leaving Sacramento State. He might end up at Southern. He's been at 4 schools. Did you see that? He might end up at Southern.
If I was Southern, I wouldn't even take a.
He's a quarterback. Yeah, because
I can't take quarter. Well, I wouldn't be comfortable taking student athletes that have been to 4 and 5 schools because they're looking.
This guy's been to 4 schools. His offensive coordinator is leaving Sacramento State, I think, and coming to Southern. So there's a chance he might come with him.
They said Spencer's in the portal. Isaiah Spencer.
Oh, yes.
That's what they said.
Oh, okay.
It's hard though when you I'm not talking about kids that are just on scholarship. I'm talking about kids who had an opportunity, was given literally the red carpet in terms of, yes, no, we're not going to be able to pay as much as an FBS team, but showing our appreciation in all the different ways that we can. Now, Isaiah Spencer's different, just in terms of his mom being an alum. I think it was kind of like maybe another parent, opposite parent might have pressured him to see what else is out there. And I'll tell you right, Isaiah Spencer was definitely missed this season.
You think so?
Absolutely. We didn't have Fertillion. I want to say Isaiah Spencer was 4 of 5 on one route alone. He ran the same damn route and he caught that ball every single time, and it was 4 touchdowns. I think only one time did he not result in a touchdown.
I don't know if he was missed though, Mr. Mom.
Absolutely.
No, I don't know. I'll tell you.
Because we had 2 wide receiver. Fertillion was out, so that means that we only had Samar Savage. We didn't have last year. It was
that what's his name, Dupree. You had that Dupree, and then you had that.
I'm talking about 6 foot and up receivers, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, but see, Rembert he might not have been 6 feet, but he had speed and separation. Nobody could check that kid. Nobody could check that kid. Nobody could check that. I'm telling you now. That's why I said I don't know if he was missed now. He might have missed Jackson State. I don't know if Jackson State missed him. Because the beat went on, baby. The beat goes on. The beat went on.
Missed. I think he was missed.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
I said, Rembert, you are right about Rembert. Cold as ice, shifty. Listen, our quarterback, Jared Lockhart, made his post today.
What did he say?
He basically said the future is here.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So he's not going nowhere.
Ed said another receiver wouldn't have changed shit. Shit, all them drop balls we had. Listen, so if we get Fertillion, we know that Rembert is on, right? So
yeah, he on, babe.
We got Jared's brother, Lockhart. Fertillion is supposed to be back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Jeremiah, yeah. Webb and Nobles, yeah, they were missed. Especially that Nobles. That Nobles was definitely missed.
And that's the thing, like, Baby, we got a lot of work to do. But I see them we have a linebacker that's coming on the 8th. You
Okay.
know, folks, we have a linebacker that's coming on the 8th. Usually when folks say, hey, I'm coming to visit, that means you coming to enroll, right? You coming to enroll, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
There's only so much for an official visit. It's kind of hard to say that, the window is so short. And school starts next week.
Okay, first day of class is what day?
They got
What'd you say?
week. I don't know exactly.
Oh, okay.
Next week. Here, let me play this for we need to watch this. So basically, our former linebacker coach, his brother is the coach at NIU. And he basically had a message for folks. And I love this message because it's the truth, you know? Everybody wants to say all glory to God. I'm in the transfer portal, come get me. This, that, and the third.
Yeah, to me, I mean, to be honest with you, I love the challenge. You know, it don't bother me one bit because you know what? In life, you're going to make decisions, right? Sometimes it's going to work in your favor and sometimes it's not. I told our team the other day, you know, we lost all these guys. Let's see who plays. So it's all good when people put it on Twitter, hey, all glory to God, I'm going in the transfer portal. Let's see if they play. How many of them guys going to play or travel or get snaps? You know, I was going to tweet something the other day, a picture of me and say, you know what? I enjoyed my college experience. I didn't get one dime, but the lessons I learned was more valuable than any money you can ever pay me. And I appreciate that because that is long term. People are losing the fact that this is short term. I coached in the National Football League for 5 years. 5 years, right? Don't lose focus of what the long term. Get your degree, learn valuable lessons that's going to help you in the long term of your life. That's the whole purpose. This is a transition from being a kid to a grown-up. And I hope people don't lose focus of that. Everybody's talking about everything else besides what is the most important thing for going to college. Because if you're going to college to go get a couple dollars, you might as well go get a job. This is too hard to go get a couple dollars. Learn the lessons that you need to learn to be successful in life for the next 40 to 50 years of your life. I would do it again for free, because of the things I learned. That's why I'm standing here today, because of what I learned in college, not because of how much somebody gave me. That's what I would tell people. And parents, they need to learn that lesson too. Stop trying to live through your kids.
Oh,
go teach your kids what they need to learn to be successful. That's what I'm telling my kids. I don't care about no NIL, no revenue share. I can care less. You need to learn things in college to get you prepared for life, to be a father, a husband, to work, everything else. Those are the most important things. That's what people are missing, in my opinion.
ooh, what you think about that, Mr. Ford?
I've been impressed with him. He beat Notre Dame, 2 years ago?
Notre Dame.
Don't you remember he beat Notre Dame 2 years ago, 3 years ago? He's done a great job. That's it. Northern Illinois, NIU?
Yeah.
He does a good job.
Oh, yeah. They said he beat Notre Dame in 2024.
And by the way, the mainstream media was talking about Coach Jackson down at Prairie View and how he handles the transfer portal. Did you see it? They printed his stuff. The 4 things that he tells the people on in the transfer portal. Did you see that?
I've seen a whole bunch of his players getting in the transfer portal.
But they listed the things he says to them about, you better contact me in 48 hours.
No,
Don't ask for no money if you hadn't had 150 snaps. Yeah, I saw several articles about that.
You got to follow back in 4 hours.
Yeah, 4 hours. Yeah, it was something. I know the mainstream media was kind of picked up on what he was saying.
I guess he decided to replay it from the last time he said it. right?
Yeah. It's the same thing he said last year.
I mean, his rules are his rules.
Oh yeah, and because of that, he's gonna be successful. He's gonna do well.
Really? Is it the D-line coach that I told y'all about a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago? Is it the same? Was I right?
Who's that?
Well, I saw that we had a Jackson State defensive line coach about 3 weeks ago, maybe.
Mhm.
And I'm guessing, okay, yeah. All right, good. That means I can announce it. I'm not for one for breaking the news. That's just not my thing. But our defensive line coach has finally decided to update his bio. So now we can talk about him out in the open.
Okay.
So it's the former defensive line coach from Hampton University. Let me pull it up. He's been sending out the offers, but he didn't have his name in the or he didn't have Jackson State in the bio. So I just said, let me go ahead and let him send out his offers, and I'm not going to say anything. So I'm glad that he finally updated it because I was on it on December 26th. Okay, let me pull it up for you, Mr. Ford, so you can. His name is Raekwon Bethea. I think I'm saying that right. It might be Bethea.
Okay. And what did you see? Read his biography.
Oh, yeah, I will. One thing that stood out to me is that he has ties with our former defensive line coach that went to Western Kentucky and
Oh, Kelly James.
Yeah, he has ties with.
Okay.
So
Now, where's his undergraduate? Where did this guy graduate from?
Yes, I'm going to pull it up for you.
Okay.
So his hometown is Gainesville, Florida.
Okay.
He has a bachelor's degree from Albany State
Ooh,
in health and human performance. He
I
coached
should know him. I should know him.
He was coaching at Albany State from 2020 to 2021. He went to Western Kentucky for a year, Coastal Carolina, Kentucky, SMU, and Hampton.
So I wonder when he was at Coastal, was he under Jamie Chadwell?
I am not sure. It says that he helped SMU post an 11-3 record with an 8-0 mark in the ACC. SMU advanced to the Atlantic Coast Conference Championship game and the college football players for the first time in program's history.
Okay.
The 2023 Mustang defense ranked top 25 nationally in 10 different defensive categories. SMU was ranked 12th in the final APP and was tied for 11th in the coaches poll. He's a native of Gainesville, Florida. Graduated from Santa Fe High. He also attended Coffeyville, Kansas Community College before transferring to Albany State. It looks like he was a graduate assistant at all these different colleges. So he was a graduate assistant at Western Kentucky.
Okay.
A graduate assistant at Coastal Carolina, and then he was a volunteer assistant for one season at Kentucky. It does look like he's moved to quite a different plethora of schools.
Well, he's had some contact with some big time programs.
Yes.
He was up there with Stoops. That's because Stoops and them, they know what they're doing. That's Mark Stoops. That's Bob Stoops' brother. If he was working with that defense, he saw some things now.
And then he did have ties to Coach Callie.
Coach who now? Oh,
Callie James.
Callie James. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Stock Talk said we'll take him for a year. Yeah, he's not one to stay long. He has not stayed long at any program.
Yeah, well,
But
I mean,
we
we'll
shall see.
see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Ooh. And I saw him offering quite a few different folks. So I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
They said that they believe the last defensive line coach was sent to the transfer portal.
Now, who was the last defensive line coach?
Aaron Jackson.
Okay, Aaron. Okay.
Do you remember him?
I think I saw a picture of him, but I don't. What? Now, tell me, what was his biography? Where was he from? Was he a Jackson State graduate?
I don't know right now.
I didn't really know anything about him either.
Well, anyway, Mr. Ford, we got a new defensive line coach, so we're excited for that.
Oh yeah.
Listen, the name of the game is coach them up, development. Listen, we still got the same strength and conditioning. So, Lord Bayless said maybe we will stop over pursuing. I am done for today. I'm logging out. Mr. Ford, the folks are cutting up in the chat, okay?
Oh, they are.
Yeah, it's not you today, Mr. Ford. It's the chat cutting up.
Oh.
Why did they just say that? I didn't say it, okay?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting 2 weeks. I think the portal is open 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
I don't know where is Blue in here? Where's Blue? Is Blue in here? Where is his tracker at? That's what I'm waiting on.
Oh yeah.
If I see another first SWAC, first anything, talk about come and get me, I swear to God, I'm gonna scream. There is no reason for you to be first team on SWAC, hopping up in that portal, thinking you getting ready to get picked up by somebody, and you over here talking about come and get me. What you mean come and get you? You better start sending your stuff to folks. I thought you already had an offer the way you hopped up in that portal. I thought you already knew where you was going. Don't you get up in that portal and you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out, or a gutter for it to drain. I thought you already had it lined up. School starts in a couple of weeks. They said January 12th is the first day of class for Jackson State.
Okay.
Every time that man comments on this chat, I just be waiting for folks to just kindly just walk him right on out. Lord have mercy. Jump in the portal for dreams and unfilled promises. Mr. Ford, I seen an NIL agent and they had like 1,500 followers talking about I can get you where you need to go. With what? With what? What connections do you have? Your page was created in 2005. Where, Mr. Ford?
I'm surprised that NCAA is not making these people go through a certification process that anybody can be in. Like you said, anybody can be an agent. I don't understand that. But I guess that's where we are as a country. No rules, no guardrails, no nothing. Anybody say and do anything.
We want you to get your degree. We want you to have a good experience. We want you to win. We want you to have the opportunity to get exposure on the highest level on some of the best networks that money can buy. We want you to get the opportunity to play in an NFL stadium. We want you to get the opportunity to be offered the chance to play in the HBC Legacy Bowl, to also get a chance to perform at the combine.
And I think Coach Jackson up at Delaware State, he lost one of them big time running backs, right?
What happened?
I think they lost one of their big running backs up at Delaware State. That kid, was it James Jones? That was that kid out of Baltimore. He was really good. I think he went into the portal.
I seen him, but he just went into the portal. That's the thing. At this point, a lot of those big schools are actually waiting to see the FBS folks. They're going to try to land the FBS folks. They'll have the other ones there on standby. Meanwhile, school is getting ready to start. And you guys are talking about moving from like another country, or not country, but another state. Like, you have to pack up all your stuff and get enrolled into school. And then on top of that, you have to clear your transcripts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all in a matter of days. That's crazy, Mr. Ford.
Oh yeah, I mean, they used to call it fool's gold.
You said that this was supposed to be good for FCS teams, but I wish you could explain to me how.
I think we're gonna get, when the dust settles, we're gonna get some outstanding talent. I really believe that. I think we're gonna get some good talent. I think our personnel will go to another level. I could see us getting a 6'5", 6'6" lineman. I could see us. Yeah, I think we're gonna get. I'm talking about kids that can play, that have NFL potential. I think we're gonna get an upgrade in the personnel because listen. I remember when we were getting third stringers in HBCU football. Okay, I remember those days. That day just left us maybe 4 or 5 years ago, because we have been getting some upgraded talent in the SWAC. But I think it's going to get better. I really do. Because these kids, one thing that will be reliable for them is to come to an HBCU, come to the SWAC, and come to the MEAC. I don't really think we'll be playing games with them like the games we get a guy in the portal, we're not going to sit him down. We're going to at least give him a chance to see what he can do. And them kids know that. Like I told you before, don't be fooled when they played that SWAC championship game in Jackson. Listen, P4 and P5 kids were watching that game. They were watching that game. They were watching that during Celebration Bowl.
Yeah, well, we need for y'all to go ahead and declare in the comments. Go ahead and make your declarations. The transfer portal is open from January 2nd through the 16th. We're going to need your commitments. Make sure that you post them online. Let us know who you're committed to, so there's no gray area.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now.
You need to go ahead and make your committal right now.
But listen, I truly believe that Jackson, Prairie View, Southern, Alabama State, Grambling, Alabama A&M, South Carolina State, those schools will be ranked in the top 25 when they come in and evaluate who got the best players from the portal. Those schools right there going to be listed. You watch. Those schools are going to get some outstanding talent. I know it.
Mr. Ford, who your team? Too early to predict teams. Who your top 5 right now?
For what?
For SWAC football. Go ahead and make your top 5. I don't know how you even rank in Alabama State. They done lost their whole damn team.
Yeah, but that guy goes to get. Listen, let me tell you something. They got some stuff going on down there.
Holtzclaw's on. Body
listen, baby. Black athletes, and when I say black athletes that can play come a dime a dozen. It's just a matter of getting a baby.
They come a dime a dozen.
They come a dime a dozen, baby.
A dime a dozen?
Yeah. They come a dime a dozen. Because you got to remember, we had people like Strahan. Strahan wasn't highly sought after when he was in high school. Okay. I think
Mhm.
Jerry Rice had maybe one offer. All right.
Jerry Rice only had one offer.
I think he had one offer. Aeneas Williams wasn't highly sought after.
The
Okay.
Aeneas Williams from Southern.
Yeah, he wasn't highly sought after. So let me tell you something. If they do their due diligence, do their research, and
You got a hit though, Mr. Ford. Do you know how hard that is? Usually, what ends up happening is at least you have the chance to you bring them in the spring. They go through spring strength and conditioning. They go through practice, and you're able to say this person is not what we thought they were, and then you send them. They say, you know what, or that the team, or excuse me, those players are like, you know what, I thought I was going to be able to get me a spot and play and be on first string. This is not what I was looking for. And they get the chance to leave. Now you stuck like Chuck on both ends.
yeah, but listen, there's also those stories like them James Houston stories. You remember James Houston came to y'all right before the beginning of the season. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's them kind of guys out there. And he had started at Florida. And then he leaves Florida and comes to Jackson State. Okay, and the rest is history. Okay, he turns out Jackson State and then goes into the league. And there are kids like that, like I said, who have put in and have started for these P4 and P5 teams that will come to the HBCUs. James Houston was an example of those people. So I'll say it again. I think it's going to be good for us. I think we're going to see an upgrade in our personnel and our talent. We're gonna get some big timers. I mean, we've been getting, like I tell everybody, this last 4 or 5 years, that's why I continue to say to people, and they say, why you say that? We're in a golden era. They told that lie. They said that when Prime left, that the light would dim on HBCU football. That was a lie. When he left, things got bigger and better.
Well, yeah, because folks was like, oh no, y'all not gonna keep whooping our ass. I think what really did it was last year when TC won the Celebration Bowl 2 years removed from 70 plus players exiting. And then this year you see South Carolina State and Delaware State, South Carolina State ran through the MEAC twice, but you see Delaware State with their reigniting of, they played actually good in out of conference play.
Yeah, they did.
So, and you see Alabama State 10, they won 10 games this season. It'll be interesting. I would like to see Florida A&M and Southern are committed to going all in on this coaches pool and stuff like that. I would like to see, is that the coaching that makes a difference? Is it the NIL that makes a difference? Is it a combination of the two? If you go all in on coaching, do you have to go all in on NIL as well? Or if you're going, getting quality coaches and you have NIL, like what is the makeup that just works, right? What is it that works?
It's going to always go with the human infrastructure. The people, I mean, like I always tell you, we need presidents that's committed to athletics. We need athletic directors, faculty reps. You need good head coaches. You need good staffs. You need good support people. You need the physical therapy people, the doctors. It's always begins with the human capital, with that human infrastructure, because it can be done. It can be done.
I also think it makes a difference. Like, I have to find that interview from TJ Finley, but TJ Finley made a really good point, and I think this is maybe his 6th or 7th college that he's going.
Yeah, did he get it? He was trying to get another year eligibility. Did he get it?
I can't say for certain, but his point is this is what he said. He basically said, why am I going to go work at UPS or anywhere else when I can get paid $100,000 for football?
Yeah.
And playing a season. And then he's like, the demand is there, meaning there are teams that are willing to pay 100,000, 80,000, 70,000 for him to play football for a season. So why
Yeah.
would he not transfer to another school and get paid instead of getting his degree and paying and playing, or excuse me, working a job, to which he was basically saying working for 60 or $70,000 a year. And I think his point was maybe he wouldn't be making it to the NFL, but he's still making more than CFL players make, right?
Well, do you know the Amanda Baycoat story? The kid that was at North Carolina, the basketball player. Did you know his story?
No, I didn't know.
Okay, his mother had them to the NBA to do an evaluation on him, and they told him that his game didn't translate to the NBA, that he would probably be sent to the NBDL. He ended up at North Carolina for 6 or 7 years, and the millions that he made at North Carolina, his mother took the money and started businesses in Richmond. You can look the story up. His name was Amanda Baycoat. Somebody in the chat. You remember that kid? He played at North Carolina. They played for the national championship maybe 3 years ago.
Armando,
I think his last name was Baycoat.
he plays for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, but originally when they did the evaluation of him, his mother had an evaluation done. She was told his game did not translate to the NBA. And so she encouraged him to stay in school. He ended up playing like 6 or 7 years.
Well, he was playing there as of last year.
Yeah, but he got to. I'm just telling you, you should read his story. It's a good story. His mother took that money and started businesses. That
That was before NIL. Where are they getting the millions of dollars from?
No, that was during that time. He got some NIL money.
Oh, okay. Millions of dollars. Armando Baco.
Yeah, read his story.
Well, now he's playing overseas.
Oh, he's overseas. Okay, because one thing he didn't really have a jump shot, and in the NBA, if you ain't got no jump shot now, you gonna have a problem. And he didn't really have a jump. He had a good post up game. He could turn his back to the basket and play off of that. But they knew that his game really didn't translate to the NBA.
Smart going for mama.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Finley does have some kids, boy. That's the difference between Armando's mom, and she probably told him like, look, we're not getting ready to be buying all these cars, buying all this jewelry. Like the stuff that you're going to do with this money is to create generational wealth, right? Thank you, Miss Gloria. Thank you, Miss Gloria. So it was probably one of those situations, right? It was one of those situations where the young men he wasn't worried about chains and chargers and.
Yeah, his mother had his stuff already because he went to IMG. I think he was from Richmond, Virginia, but they sent him down to Florida to go to IMG. So they was thinking ahead now. I mean, these people were not somebody without a plan, without a strategy, no evaluations, all that. They knew what they were doing.
Right. And so, some of these, I don't think that there's anything wrong with me personally, but it's only if it's like a for sure thing, right? Which is knowing that your kids are going to be able to. Ooh, your phone ringing, Mr. Ford.
No, don't worry about it.
So I don't think, like, if you know that you're not going to the NFL, or the chances of you going to the NFL are very slim, and you have teams that are paying you to go to school and you're making NIL money, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The problem is that some of you kids are going into the portal with on a wing and a prayer and some promises made by agents that just got a Twitter account this year and they're promising you all of these things. That's the difference. It would be a different story if it was the direct school saying, hey, we have $100,000 for you to come up here and play for us. And you're guaranteed to get that money. And it's not based on performance, meaning you have to actually play in games to get the amount of money. Like, these schools are getting really, really tricky with their contracts. And you don't have lawyers to properly look over these NIL deals. So you really don't know what you're signing. That's the problem. I have no problem with kids going to go get their money, because the chances of kids making it to the NFL is really low. There's only what is it? 2%?
Yeah, something like, yeah. And then
Hey, Miss Gloria from Chicago.
the average career is only, I mean, the average time in the NFL is like 3 or 4 years, if it's that long.
And so that's another thing, is a lot of these kids that do make money are making way more money than they would in the NFL. Like, for instance, Shedeur Sanders is making, he's probably spending more money than he's making in the NFL right now. His money is coming from the NIL deals that turned into contracts or long-term revenue. So for instance, he got his Shedeur Sanders was the first NIL Gatorade contract, right? When he went to the NFL, Gatorade did another commercial for him. So now, as an NFL player, he has contracts with Gatorade. The same thing with Nike. When he went to Colorado, he got a NIL deal with Nike. That translates now. So the money that he gets, it's NIL money to now in the NFL, and he's making more that way. A lot of these kids aren't going to go to the NFL. So I don't see a problem with, hey, I'm getting my NIL money. But like you said, Mr. Ford, someone needs to be investing it, flipping it. You know, how are these kids paying taxes? That's another thing. They might actually be violating some of their financial aid components. Like, you can't be making $150,000 a year and think you're still going to get a Pell Grant. You can't, Mr. Ford. A lot of these kids literally get Pell Grants on top of the money they get, and then they're getting an NIL. They're like, you can't be getting $150,000 in NIL and think you're supposed to still get a Pell Grant. Oh, yeah. And the IRS does not play. They'll come back. It might be 7 years later. They're going to say, hey, you owe us this, and that. And on the flip side of that, you know, they need to have lawyers in place, Mr. Ford.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Well, Mr. Moore, a lot of the student athletes that chase, or their families are chasing these NIL deals, it's because they're trying to place their families in better positions than what they were. So we're not necessarily calling them poor. Just saying. Right. If somebody says we're going to give you $100,000, you better be prepared to take that money out. Go ahead and put it to the side.
I'm just looking at this guy from the Vikings. I mean, from Seattle. Why did the Vikings give up Sam Darnold? Why did they do that?
Did Sam Darnold get his bonuses today?
I'm quite sure they're the number one team in the NFC, right? I think they did.
Darnold needed one touchdown, a QBR rating, or he needs
just saying, why did the Minnesota Vikings let this guy leave?
Mr. Ford, Sam Darnold was terrible for the Panthers. Absolutely terrible.
He wasn't terrible for Minnesota.
Forget Sam Darnold. The fact that
No,
he was so bad for the
no,
Panthers.
I think they made a mistake letting this guy go.
Sam Darnold played for the Panthers, and I was pissed every time he got on the field. I was pissed. I was like, why?
Yeah, but he
Why?
looked good in Minnesota, though. He fit really well in Minnesota.
Okay, so I want to, which I wanted to look this over real quick, Mr. Ford. I
Mhm.
wanted to go over the game.
Okay, which one?
The men's game. I wanted to go over the Jackson State game.
Oh,
It
okay.
was a close one. What do you think
Mhm.
about SWAC TV, the game?
You know, I didn't see it. I watched.
Well, you said you watched Bethune versus FAMU, right?
That was HBCU Go.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
didn't know that
it was
was
HBCU Go, and that was the Black College game I watched today, and I really enjoyed it. I thought that was a really good game. I think them, you know, like I said, I think this, from what I saw today, those two teams, that SWAC tournament's going to be fire. That's going to be really good.
all right. So Jackson State pulled it out. Attendance was 2,220, Mr. Ford.
Okay. Now, so are y'all playing Southern soon, or is that?
No, Southern is on down the line. Southern
Oh,
is on.
Southern's down the line. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. So Deshaun Ruffin he played for 35 minutes. He had 31 points.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a big year.
8 assists.
Him last year, that guy, man, that Ruffin kid, that's that little guard, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw him last year. He was something else. Yeah, he's going to turn up. He's going to tear up the SWAC this year.
Dorian McMillan, Devin Ree, and Jamie Mitchell all had 14 points.
Yeah.
And then Rayvon Thomas had 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
Tamarian Hoover had 3 points, but he was able to get 3 offensive rebounds and 3 defensive rebounds. Kobe Butler had 3 offensive rebounds. That's the true freshman. So one thing that I do see on here that's kind of like concerning for me is there was only 4 blocks in the game. That's what I'm saying. We definitely need a big, but 37% from the 3-point range.
Mm-hmm.
In the first half, they were 5 of 5 for free throws. In the second half, they were 16 of 20 for free throws. So really good with free throw shooting. I didn't know Kobe Butler got a technical foul. Points in the paint, they had 32 points in the paint. Bench points, 16 points. So I liked their level of play. I think that for a first-time head coach, right, for Alcorn State, I do think that he put together a pretty good team.
What's his name?
Mr. Ford. Let me get his
What's his name?
Remember we talked about him?
What was it?
We talked about him. Jake Morton.
Okay, Jake Morton. Okay.
It's his first season.
And where did he come from?
I remember that I talked about Jake Morton in the summer because he came right, like I want to say April. He came in April of last year.
Okay.
It's his first job as head coach.
Okay.
He was a Florida State assistant coach.
Oh, okay. Comes from Florida State.
Leonard Hamilton.
Yeah, we know Leonard. Yeah, we know Leonard. Definitely know Leonard Hamilton.
He's an assistant coach at East Carolina.
He was an assistant at East Carolina?
He served as yes.
Okay, so he's got some
Yeah.
high level experience.
He was assistant coach at Western Kentucky, assistant coach at Coppin State, and
Oh yeah.
Jacksonville State University.
Okay. Okay.
He
That's the
also
doctor.
served as an assistant at Miami, James Madison, St. Francis, and Bowie State.
Okay.
He
Okay.
has a bachelor's degree from the University of Miami,
Okay. So he's well experienced then.
and he played at
He
yeah,
played
he has a
where?
lot of experience. This is his first.
You
He
said he played
played
where?
in Israel. In
Oh,
Israel,
okay, played in Israel. Okay.
like
Mhm.
semi. Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. So I'm excited, right?
Yeah, and you heard anything else about that
Let me go to
Jackson State going to Nashville for that Tennessee State matchup? Did you hear anything else about that?
Mr. Ford. Those are all rumors until they're not.
I was just saying, had you heard anything
I
else
was
about it?
told. Listen, do you know how many rumors that I heard about
Yeah,
Jackson
but
State?
sometimes rumors turn into truth.
I heard that allegedly we were playing in Chicago. I heard allegedly we're playing in Las Vegas again, and then
Oh
they
yeah,
got
yeah. I heard the
the
Vegas thing too. I heard
So
that
the
too.
only way that that's even remotely possible is if we don't have an FBS game. That's the only
Okay,
way that's possible.
I would.
When you look at
I would
the
love to attend that. If you come to Nashville, I'd love to attend that game. I got my niece and my cousin at Tennessee State. I'd love to go to that.
Ed said he heard we were playing in Alaska allegedly. Like
Oh yeah, in Anchorage, huh? In Anchorage.
these are all alleged, Mr. Ford.
Oh, okay, okay.
I mean, I would be excited to play in the John Merritt Classic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Mr. Ford, they want to know, will you do a meet and greet? Mr. Ford, do not do meet and greets. Why are you laughing, Mr. Ford? You be ducking. You be hiding. That's because you be talking too much shit about everybody. Talk about they need to be fired.
Miss Whitley, how you doing?
I catch all the heat, Mr. Ford. They all be going in on me. I'm like, I didn't say North Carolina A&T was this, that, and the third. That was Mr. Ford. Why are you going in on me? They be mad and they be hot. They be like hot pissed on Twitter about folks talking about their team.
Well,
I didn't say it. Mr. Ford said it.
Hey, Miss Whitley, if they come to Nashville, will you come down to the game? If Jackson comes to Nashville, would you come down to the game?
We need to be in Charlotte.
That would be. You'd probably have it in that big stadium that the Titans play in. That I would hope it would be a night game. That would be a big game. Jackson State coming into Nashville, man. Woo! That would be a biggie.
Well, I guess that means no, Mr. Ford. They all want to meet you. They want to know who that is. They be talking that shit in the crowd. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, Miss
All right,
Whitley, I was thinking about that one too. I'd love, because Nashville's about 200, 220, I think, from Atlanta.
okay.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad ride at all.
This is the first game for let's see. Where are the $100,000 players at, Mr. Ford? Point them out.
You mean in HBC football?
No, Bethune-Cookman basketball team. I want to know who they are.
I don't know who the 100,000 players are, but they had one kid he was from Los Angeles today. I was really impressed with him, and I don't think he's a regular starter.
What you mean?
He
Does
was good.
anybody know who the 100,000?
Yeah, I don't know who the
Oh,
100.
I see the one that you're talking about from Dallas, Texas. You said that's from Doc's hometown.
Yeah, he was a point
Arterio,
guard. And then
Arterio,
look on that. There's a kid from Los Angeles. He had a really good game today. What was his name?
Arterio, Mr. Morris, Arterio Morris had 20 points today.
Yeah, where is he from?
Dallas, Texas. Ain't that the one you talking
Okay,
about?
but there was another kid. There was a kid from Los Angeles. He
Tyler Andrews.
What was his name?
Tyler Andrews is from Los Angeles.
That's him. He had a good game today. He had a good game.
He was at UMKC and then at EKU, Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. He had a good game today. He had a good game today. Yeah. Listen, both of those teams looked impressive. I was impressed with, of course, you know, I've told you this before. When I was, you know, in high school, we were looking at Reggie Theus when he played for UNLV. And then, you know, he came to Atlanta and played with the Hawks, and everybody was upset when they got rid of him because we thought it was jealousy on the team. Because, you know, he was that guy. He was that guy. Reggie Theus, he was like a 6'7" guard.
Well, it looked like he's got a 6'6" guard, 6'6" guard, 6'4". He got some height up on him.
And he got some players. They can play too now. They can. That was a good game today. That was a good game between Fam and Bethune. Now, I wish we could get Bethune a new gym because that's definitely a middle school gym. I mean, it's so old. It has a stage. Remember the stages? Remember when them gyms would have stages? That's way back in the day. That gym had a stage.
Mr. Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Please. I remember when we was playing over there, they said the gym was sweating, and that was a hard game last year.
Was it Bethune?
Ooh, Jerome said bring Reggie Theus to Jackson State. Ooh, Jerome being messy.
Let's see, yeah, you being messy now, Jerome. Come on now. You gonna run the homeboy out?
Jerome said bring Reggie Theus to Jackson State.
Oh, and by the way, Jerome, I saw Johnson C. Smith's girls beat Bowie State. Bowie is one of the top teams in the CIAA women's. That was a big win for Johnson C. Smith.
Mr. Moore said that they still do have the stage.
I saw it today. I saw the stage on television. That's an old gym. That's a very old gym. It's
nostalgia, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, it's you know the story of the man that it's named after.
No, please enlighten us on some.
No, he was an NAACP field officer, and he was investigating the murder of these guys by the police force, and they threw a bomb in his house, and it blew him up. And his wife, she survived, but she died, you know, some days afterwards. But I can't remember his first name, but the last name was Moore. And this happened in the early 1950s.
The Moore Matchbox?
Yeah, but I can't. There's a story behind Mr. Moore and why they named that gym after him, because he was a graduate of Bethune-Cookman, but he gave his life fighting for the rights of the people there in Florida. Yeah, you should do the history. I can't think of his first name. I don't know if it was Sam Moore or somebody in the chat. What was the guy? His first name that the gym is named after at Bethune-Cookman.
I'm going to look it up. I didn't know.
Yeah, it was a It's a heavy story now.
Dr. Richard V. Moore.
It was
Senior.
Richard
Vernon Moore Sr., who served as a college impactful third president for 28 years.
No, that's not who I'm talking about.
That's the Moore Auditorium. Ain't you talking
Okay,
about that?
yeah, but there's another Moore that was.
That's
they
what it
threw
says the Moore Gymnasium is named
a name.
after.
Oh, okay, I had that wrong then. I'm thinking about the guy that they blew up his house. He was like he was a school teacher, principal, and he was a field rep for the NAACP. He was killed down in Florida. I think I was thinking this guy was I knew he had grown up in Jacksonville. I was thinking that gym was named after him, but I'm wrong. I need to go back and get that straight.
I see what you're talking about, Mr. Ford.
What's his name?
No, I'm saying I see what you're talking about with the gym, like the stage.
Oh yeah, they got a stage in there.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think they games be packed out every time.
Yeah, but it's time for a new gymnasium episode.
Sorry, Whitley. Sorry.
What Miss Whitley say?
She said, "Why did I repeat it?" Mims, Florida. Yeah. This is athletic director. You'll not get rid. Let me stop reading it. Let me stop reading these comments.
Now Reggie went to the Did he go to semifinals of the tournament last year?
We beat the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats last year
in the semis, right?
Ooh, that was a good game, Mr. Ford.
I think I remember that.
I was over there screaming, and I had Brax with me. I took Braxton with me to that to the SWAC championship. I loved it. I think it's going to be great this year.
I think so too. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be an outstanding tournament. And I think that FAMU is going to be much better too. From what I saw today, they're going to be better.
Yeah, now I don't want to go against them.
That's
Mr.
right.
That's it.
T. Moore. That's right. That's who I'm talking about.
Thank you, Van Borders.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right. Harry T. Moore. You should read his story.
Checkout is at 11. That's another team I'm not looking forward to playing this year, Mr. Ford.
Who is that?
Grambling.
Oh yeah, I think Grambling's gonna be good.
We was talking cash money.
Yeah, I think Grambling's gonna be good.
FAMU last year with the coach, Mo. After we beat FAMU, because FAMU beat us in the regular season.
Yeah.
So when Mo was doing the exit interview or whatever, he's like, and checkout is at 11. He said, and checkout is at 11. And then that was after we beat FAMU.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were talking about Harry T. Moore.
Harry T. Moore. You should read that story. Because he was like a teacher, a principal, and he was also a field officer for the NAACP.
He was born in Houston, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
A tiny farming community in Suwannee. Is it Suwannee County? Here you come, over here messing. I'll put his picture up. He was the only child of Johnny and Rosa Moore. His father tended the water tanks for the Seaboard Airline Railroad and ran a small store in the front of his house. Johnny Moore's health faltered when Harry was 9 and he died. Rosa tried to manage alone, working in the cotton fields and running her little store on weekends. But in 1950, she sent Harry to live with one of her sisters in Daytona Beach.
That's right, yeah.
The following year, he moved to Jacksonville, where he spent 3 years living with his other 3 aunts.
That's right.
Jacksonville had a large and vibrant African American community with a proud tradition of independence and intellectual achievement.
Mhm.
Moore's aunts were educated, well-informed women who took this spindly, intelligent boy into the house of Louisiana Street and treated him like the son they'd never had. After 3 years in Jacksonville, he returned home to Suwannee County in 1919 and enrolled in the high school program of Florida Memorial College.
Mhm.
At the age of 19, he graduated from Florida Memorial College with a normal degree and accepted a teaching job in Cocoa, Florida. His family lived in Mims, a small citrus town outside of Titusville. He married Harriet, and they moved in with her parents until they built their own house.
Mhm.
Harry had been promoted to principal of the Titusville Colored School, which went from 4th through 9th grades. He taught 9th grade and supervised a staff of 6 teachers. In March of 1928, they had a daughter together. Annie Rosalie, nicknamed Peaches, was born.
Mhm.
Moores joined the NAACP in 1934. He started the Brevard County NAACP, and in 1937, in conjunction with the All-Black Florida State Teachers Association and backed by the NAACP attorney Thurgood Marshall in New York, Moore filed the first lawsuit in the Deep South to equalize Black and white teacher salaries.
Right.
His good friend John Gilbert, principal of the Cocoa Junior High School, courageously volunteered as the plaintiff. Although the Gilbert case was eventually lost in state court, it spawned a dozen other federal lawsuits in Florida that eventually led to equalized salaries. By 1941, NAACP work had become Moore's driving obsession. So he organized the Florida State Conference of the NAACP and soon became its unpaid executive secretary. He began churning out eloquent letters and protested segregated schools and the disenfranchisement of Black voters. The Groveland rape case.
Yeah. That's what they killed him about.
In 1949, the Groveland rape case was 4 young Black men were accused of raping a white woman. A white mob went on a rampage through Groveland's Black neighborhood. The National Guard had to be called out to restore order. Moore threw himself into the case. He uncovered evidence that the Groveland defendants had been brutally beaten. He
Right.
leveled those charges against the most notorious lawman in the country, Sheriff Willis McCall of Lake County.
Mhm.
They were sentenced to death in 1949. They were just 16 years old. However, Irvin and Shepard's convictions were overturned by the U.S. Supreme Court. Lake County immediately prepared to try them again. On November 6, 1951, while Sheriff McCall was driving two of the defendants, Walter Irvin and Sammy Shepard, back to Lake County, he shot them.
Yeah, he shot one of them, I know.
Killing Shepard and critically wounding Irvin. McCall claimed that the handcuffed prisoners had attacked him while trying to escape. Irvin claimed that McCall had simply yanked them out of his skull and started firing. The shooting created a national scandal. Harry Moore began calling for McCall's suspension and indictment for murder. Only 6 weeks later, on Christmas Day, Moore himself was killed when a bomb was placed beneath the floor joist directly under his bed. Moore died on the way to the hospital. His wife, Harriet, died 9 days later.
Yeah. Now I think their daughter was at the time was at Howard. She was a student at Howard when this happened.
Harry Moore was the first NAACP official killed in the civil rights struggle. He and Harriet were the only husband and wife to give their lives to the movement.
Mhm.
Ooh, that was scary.
Oh yeah, he was something else. That's who I thought the gym was named after. Yeah.
They were assassinated on Christmas?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Well, Mr. Ford,
Yeah.
another one of your history lessons.
Oh yeah.
Stock Talk said Graham needs to wear down a little bit before we play them. No, we need to. We're gonna have to do some shake back, Mr. Ford.
Man, I think it's gonna be some.
The front runners for this year are Bethune-Cookman, Grambling, and Southern, and I think Jackson State is like fourth. If I
What
had
about
to,
you? Didn't say nothing about Texas Southern because they always good in basketball.
you always good in basketball. Who said that?
Texas Southern. You don't
I
think
think
so?
I think it's Bethune-Cookman is in first.
I mean, yeah, and from what I'm hearing, Prairie View is gonna be. I heard the Prairie View is gonna be better.
Texas Southern lost to Southern.
But I'm saying
And
annually
it
they're
was
usually
close.
pretty
It
good.
was 73 to 84.
But they're
So
usually pretty good. Texas Southern is usually pretty good in basketball.
I think it's going to be Bethune-Cookman in first, or too early. My little poll, I might do a top 5 poll for men and
Mhm.
women's. So for the men's side, I have Bethune-Cookman, Grambling, Southern, Jackson State, and Alabama State.
Okay. Okay.
Women's side, I got Southern.
Yeah. Jackson's girl, right?
Southern. I'm gonna have to come back on that one.
What about Jackson Grambling's girls?
Gremlins girls lost today too, I think.
Oh,
I
they
wanna
lost
say
that. Okay.
Alabama A&M lost to Valley, but they beat UAPB. So it's just Edwin said Texas Southern has been in the hunt for the SWAC championship as far back as the late 70s. They've been in the hunt, but have they caught it yet?
Yeah, don't you remember the guy, Coach Mike Davis? He was dominant in the SWAC. You don't remember him?
Well, there's a new sheriff in town, and it's not him.
No, it's Johnny
now-
Jones. Now, Johnny was part of that Dale Brown era down there at LSU.
But like they say, the game has to be played on the game has to be played on the court. I will say
Yeah.
this: I would love to have a little bit of home cooking somewhere, anywhere, please. You know that next week we play Alabama State. Well, the men's team do, and Alabama State decided to either present their rings or do some type of
Excuse me.
they decided to do some type of presentation when Jackson State comes in town.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because they're the defending SWAC champions, right? Tournament wise.
Right. So I guess they want to do it because we lost to them in the SWAC championship. They wanted to do that. Like, Jackson State's coming into town. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and schedule it for Jackson State.
Oh, yeah.
Banner reveal. They want to reveal the banner because Jackson State's coming to town. Oh, Grambling women won today against PV, but lost Thursday to Texas Southern. So right now I got Southern. That's all I got. No, baby. What are you trying to do? Okay, come on. A banner reveal. I guess they're revealing that they were SWAC champions.
You heard anything about any schedule? When are they going to release the football schedules for 26? You heard anything?
I think that they should be releasing it sometime in the next month and a half.
Yeah, some of them probably do it during signing day, which is the first Wednesday in February. So we'll probably know by then.
Oh, yeah, that's another reason why they're doing that. Coach Mo was at Alabama State before coming to Jackson State.
Yeah, that's right. He was. Yeah, he was.
I guess
Yeah.
they were still feeling kind of salty from that.
Yeah.
They said TSU is always good in basketball.
That's what I thought. You don't remember Coach Mike Davis? He left and went to Detroit Mercy or somewhere. You don't remember him?
No.
Last time I heard, he was on the staff with Penny Hardaway. He was an assistant at Memphis State. But he was
Oh.
really good. That guy, Mike Davis, was really good.
Speaking of the portal, CJ Hines, who was the MVP of the SWAC championship for Bama State and scored 20 points on us, transferred to Temple and is ineligible. Not sure of the details.
What?
Wasn't CJ Hines the coach's son? Or no? Wasn't that his son? Or no? Maybe that wasn't his son. What's the coach? The coach's son was really good.
Yeah, I remember his son too. Yeah, he was tough. He was hard nosed.
Well, CJ Hines, get back eligible and come back to the SWAC.
Yeah.
Where does it say he's ineligible at?
You remember Texas Southern had a guy they called Harry the Machine Gun Kelly. You remember that?
I do remember Machine Gun Kelly.
They called him Machine Gun Kelly. He played for a coach named Robert Moreland, I think it was. Anybody remember that? Harry Machine Gun Kelly? Anybody remembers that?
Disappointing loss for the girls. Yeah. They said, yes, he was deadly. I don't.
Yeah, I remember him. The national media followed him. I don't know if he made it to the NBA, but I think he might have led the country in scoring or something.
Robert Moreland was a long-time, very successful basketball coach from Mississippi that kept at least 5 Jackson and or other Mississippi players on his team.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I remember Coach Moreland. Yeah. He had that guy called Harry Machine Gun Kelly. They went a long way. I think that back then they might have been playing NAIA basketball or something. But that team was really good.
Okay, Mr. Ford. Any other news? You said Ted White is at Howard.
Yeah, they saying Ted White is going to be he's going to be announced as now one thing I know that he will want to do, because he's Ted White and he's from Baton Rouge and he went to Glen Oaks, is you can look for him to schedule Jackson State and definitely Southern. You can
Why
look
are you going to do that?
Because he's from the SWAC, he's from Baton Rouge. He went to Glen Oaks. It was Glen Oaks High School, I think he went to. Yeah.
So you think he's going to schedule him?
Yes. He going to definitely try to get either a classic game with Jackson or a classic game with Southern. He was born and raised in SWAC country. He knows all about Jackson, Southern, Grambling. He knows all about that. And I'm telling you, you can look for him. Maybe not the first year, second year, I can see a classic game, maybe a Jackson State and Howard in Indianapolis, or Jackson State and Howard in DC, or they come. You wait. You just wait. I know him. Just wait.
Yes, Glen Oaks, my wife's high school.
Oh, I'm quite sure he's going to want a game with Southern. Because he's Baton Rouge. He's going to want a game with Southern. And Jackson and Grambling. Yeah, I know him. He's going to do that.
Well, we've been asking for some type of game with Howard. Maybe in Charlotte, maybe? What do you think about Charlotte game?
Yeah, Charlotte, like I said, I could see Jackson maybe go. I wouldn't want him to go to Jackson to play at that Green Stadium now. But, I wouldn't want him to go to play at that Green Stadium, Howard's campus. But I could see them in a classic, maybe like you said, Howard Jackson in Chicago, Howard Jackson, Indianapolis. I could see that.
No, not in Indianapolis. What is up with it? Who? No. Why do you want to go to Indianapolis? What is in
They got a
Indianapolis?
dome stadium, and there's an NFL team there.
Mm, I don't. Looks like CJ's ineligibility was due to stuff happening before he went to Temple. Whoa. That's a shocker. Well, maybe he'll get eligible and bounce back from that.
Oh yeah.
There's so much stuff to do in Charlotte,
Oh yeah.
especially if you're not a native.
Oh yeah. I love coming to Charlotte.
Don't you? You be all up in Charlotte.
Oh, I love the downtown area. There's a museum my sister used to take me to in Charlotte.
They
There's a
have museums, they have
yeah.
wineries, lounges.
Oh yeah. She would take me to I told you about the mall in South Charlotte. I don't know, I can't remember the name of it, but I used to enjoy going to that mall. But I know it was in
South Park?
South Charlotte. Huh?
South Park?
I think so. That's the one she used to take me to. And I used to love going to the games at Johnson C.
Johnson
Smith.
Smith.
Yeah, that gym was called Bray Boy, I think, or something. And I would go to their games. And yeah, I really like Charlotte. And then Charlotte's only about, what, 200 miles from here?
It's like 3 hours, 3.5
3
hours.
hours? Yeah, yeah. I know it's 85, I think. Interstate 85.
Mm-hmm.
I always say once I get to is it Spartanburg? I feel is it Spartanburg? What? It's a city in South Carolina. You
Savannah,
pass,
Georgia.
huh?
Savannah, Georgia.
No, I'm on my way to Charlotte, and I'm that college, Wofford University, is there. Where is that? Is that Spartan?
I have no idea, Mr. Ford. I just be driving 85 south and
Oh,
I don't.
you know somebody. What am I talking about? It's where Wofford College is, or Wofford University. Well, anyway, when I get there, I always say I'm there. Because to me, it's that I get to Spartan, was it Spartanburg or something? And then the next one is Gastonia. Because to me, Gastonia is like right on the edges of Charlotte. Spartanburg, that's it. Spartanburg. When I get to Spartanburg, I feel like I'm there. And then
You
I
feel like
told you,
Spartanburg is like an hour and a half away.
for real?
Yes.
It's
From
not that
Charlotte?
far to me. Once I get to Spartanburg, I feel like I'm right there at Charlotte. And then, like I said, once I get to that Gastonia, I feel like I'm right on the outskirts. And then that's where I get my gas at. Those Spartanburg, they have that cheap gas. Yeah, I love visiting Charlotte. I really do. I love Charlotte.
Spartanburg, Greenville. Jerome said
Yeah,
Spartanburg,
yeah.
Greenville.
Because I get to Greenville first, and then I get to Spartanburg.
Jerome wants to know, what do you think about Bethune-Cookman going back to the MEAC?
I hope that never happens. I hope that listen, Brother Jerome,
I'm being mad.
I'm about to say, because I'm not no fan. I like Coach Berry and them coaches and that, but that commissioner and stuff that they don't have no leadership in the MEAC, and they
I'm
play out
being
there.
messy, Mr. Ford. He did not say that tonight.
Oh, okay,
He didn't say
because
that tonight. He didn't say it. I'm sure he was thinking it, but he did not say that. Those exact words.
Jerome, how about
But
North
if he
Carolina
did,
A&T going back?
I'm sure he
Hey,
would
how
actually
about
say
North
that.
Carolina A&T going back to the MEAC? How about that? How about Hampton going back to the MEAC?
Mr. Ford, please leave them folks where they are at. They are happy with where they're at, okay?
And I mean, be everybody's homecoming game. And then Dave can tell you that they're competitive. They're competitive.
Oh, God. Lord have mercy. No, actually, I do think they have the option. Leave the other blacks alone, Mr. Ford.
Who?
Yeah, we're only the others. You know, the others.
Uh, well, what about how long is Tennessee State gonna be stupid? It's going on about 40 years now. Are they gonna continue to be stupid and be in the OVC?
They said they won't. That OVC won't let them leave.
Oh, that's what it is. Well,
Yeah.
probably the Board of Regents won't let them leave.
Well, then that means it's not their fault, Mr. Ford. There's nothing
Yeah,
they can do.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. But like I said, if that becomes reality, I would consider going to that game, Mr. Mona. I think that would be a nice little trip for me to go from here to Nashville and see Jackson State and Tennessee State. Now I hope the game is a night game. That's what I hope
It
for.
needs to be a 6 o'clock game, right, Mr. Ford?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need a 6 o'clock game, and I would love to go. When I was back in the old days, when I was in school, when I was in high school, in South Georgia. I mean, Florida A&M and Tennessee State were two of the most popular schools for young people in South Georgia. If you said you was going to FAMU or you was going to Tennessee State, that was it. And then Tennessee State kind of like fell. I mean, its popularity. I mean, a lot of Atlanta people still go there, but after to me, it's like the destabilizing of that football program. The school was not as popular as it once was. Because at one time, man, Tennessee State and FAMU, oh man, those were the popular schools. And then Tennessee State kind of fell down because they let the football program go.
Well, we shall see. Are you going to the HBCU Legacy Bowl in New Orleans, Mr. Ford?
No, I watch it on television. No, I'll see that on television. I watch it every year, but no, I'm not going. Hopefully I'll get a chance to go to the SWAC basketball tournament here in Atlanta. Hopefully I can get to that. If not, I'll watch it on television like I always do. But hopefully I'll get a chance to go because I think the tournament's going to be really good.
And the Boom is performing at the Legacy Bowl this year again.
Ooh. Oh, that's going to be big. And by the way, everybody's happy. They think that Trae Young is going to be traded from the Hawks. So everybody's really happy about that.
They don't want him to be on the Atlanta Hawks?
No, they feel most of the people feel that they're a better team without him.
Damn.
Yeah, they're like 15-10 without him. The new star is this kid named Jalen Johnson. Everybody's really high on this kid named Jalen Johnson.
The Boom is also performing in the Zulu Parade.
Oh yeah, Mardi Gras?
They were supposed to perform last year, but there was weather, so.
Oh yeah.
Dang, so we offered Micah Gay. He's a linebacker from Tennessee State, right?
Oh, okay. That was Jackson offered him? Who offered him?
Kennesaw State offered him. Delaware State offered him. Sam Houston offered him. Jackson State offered him.
Oh,
Western Kentucky. Dang, I didn't even know there was that many people.
And he's a linebacker from where?
Tennessee State.
Okay, from Tennessee State. Okay.
I was just kind of looking like at everybody, like just glancing at some of the offers that some of the players that decided to enter into the transfer portal, like the HBCU players, like who's offering them and stuff like that. Maybe some of these kids haven't posted their offers like that. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, because that's the main thing is with who they gonna sign the dotted line with. That's what I'm waiting on. Because I'm gonna stick by this, and I'm gonna say this again. I think that our talent pool is going to increase in the SWAC and the MEAC. I really do. And I've told you the schools, when it's all said and done, and Blue and them do their evaluation on who had the best uh, classes out of FCS, I'm telling you, Jackson's gonna be in that, Prairie View's gonna be in that, Alabama State's gonna be in there, Southern's gonna be in there. Listen, I'm telling you, you know South Carolina State's gonna be in there.
Do you still have this? They're asking you in the chat, Mr. Ford, does Atlanta still have their big Martin Luther King parade like they used to in the 90s when it was on TV every year?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They still have it. Yeah. Yeah, they still have it. Oh yeah.
Those FCS players better take those offers quick.
That's why I believe we go get some we go get an upgrade in talent. Because the offer from the HBCU FCS schools is legit. It ain't no game plan. And we tell you one thing, listen, I'm telling you, you just wait. I think this is gonna benefit us.
Well, we shall see.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Like I said, it's 2 weeks. January 2nd to January 16th, right?
Like, how many business days is that?
That'd be about what?
If you think about it, like, you have to be able, like, let's say somebody offers you.
It's
have
2 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, so we have 2 full business days worth. 2 full business days worth of opening for the portal.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you have to be committed to and that's not fair for the people that are doing the national championship. Do they get an
But I
extra?
think they get an extension. They get an extension.
I was ready to say, how is that even fair?
Yeah, they get an extension. But listen, ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Because
They said that most of Georgia's team is in there. I want to say they said that like 45 players from one of the teams that played in the either a bowl game or the playoffs, that half of their team is also in the portal. I'm like,
one thing you got to understand, sometimes those coaches ask the players to leave. Now, you know that was the story with Carson Beck, right? Did you know that? They asked the people at Georgia, told him to leave to get into the transfer portal.
They told him to leave?
Yes, they told him to leave. They was through with him.
Damn.
Yes, they told Carson Beck
they didn't want to pay him no more.
No, he didn't. You know, I don't know. They thought he was a choke artist.
What do they think about him now?
he might win it all. Him or Ole Miss, they might win it all.
Iowa State has 47 players in the portal. Oklahoma State has 45. West Virginia has 29. Auburn has 27. Florida State has 26. Colorado has 25. And Florida has 25. Those were teams with the most players announced in the transfer portal as of December 30th. That doesn't include the past 3 days.
Well, I hope we can get some of them darn linemen. Them linebackers, and some of them quarterbacks, baby.
Now that's what I'm thinking. You want the developed trench players from the
FBS. I want them linemen, baby.
They've been eating. I don't know what they're feeding them, but they've been feeding them something.
Yeah, I hope we get some of them linemen. Get some of them linemen. I want some of them linebackers, some of them quarterbacks. Yeah.
Those playing the title game get a 5 extra days. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew it was something like that. But, I'd love to see that.
So I think it's kind of risky. Don't you think it's kind of risky to, if you're a first year head coach, get a whole bunch of high school talent? What percentage of high school talent do you think should be focused if you're a first year head coach coming into the HBCUs?
I'm going to be honest with you. I agree with Deion Sanders. Deion said 40, 40, 20. I agree with that. He said 40% from the transfer portal, 40% junior college, 20% high school. I agree with that. I really did. I thought it was good. He said 40, 40, 20. I'm hearing that, y'all. Now, I heard from somebody up here, it was strictly speculation, that Jackson was going to bring in 2 FBS quarterbacks. Now, that was the rumor. Yeah, that was the rumor up here, that y'all was going to bring in 2 FBS quarterbacks.
Rumor? Who is over there? You don't never talk about nobody ever from Jackson State. That had to been a family person.
No, that was one of your folks. I met him in the barbershop.
No,
he was one of them Jacksonians.
No,
and he said, yeah. But now personally, I was thinking that your quarterback for the near future was going to be the kid from
Jared Lockhart is the future.
I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We will see.
I mean, look, I ain't trying to be like Deion Sanders and say that you can't win a spot for QB1, but that's the future.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But from what I hear, I'm thinking that could be a QB battle in Jackson.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
You think they just gonna give it to him?
It was apparent. It wasn't about. No, it's not about giving it to him. It was apparent behind the scenes. Like, yes, Jacobian Morgan is our our Celebration Bowl MVP. He is the quarterback, but it was like Jacobian Morgan, Jared Lockhart immediately after. They're just, I guess, in terms of whether or not to say, which me personally, I'm not saving nobody's red shirt. We not saving red shirts because these kids are not promised to stay in your program. We using that.
Yeah, that's true. That is. Everything is 1 year. You're right. Everything
is really, it's legitimately 1 year. I'm not trying to save nobody's read anything.
Yeah, it's 1 year. Everything is 1 year.
Get on the field. Get in the field. So, okay, so we do need to bring in some more quarterbacks because we had 2 or 3 that jumped in the portal. So Parker Stofa went into the portal. Ethan Terrell went into the portal.
Well, I wonder who's going to get that.
Morgan graduated and is out of eligibility. So we literally have. Okay, so we did get a quarterback. I want to say he's a true freshman. We did get a quarterback commit this past signing day. For early signing day, we have a commit that's a quarterback. So that means we only have 2 quarterbacks. So of course we're definitely going to. So maybe you're right, Mr. Ford. We might be.
I mean, like I said, the guy that was talking, he seemed to be one of them people that's involved with the. I don't know. I don't know if their headquarters is in Douglasville or somewhere. But
so
he was
the last time we recruited a quarterback, he ended up going in the transfer portal and playing at Howard. Do you remember that? The Howard quarterback.
The kid up there now, Starks.
Yeah, Tyreek Starks.
Yeah,
so
Tyreek
he committed
Starks,
to Jackson State in the spring. He came here for spring ball. He was here like January up until spring, and then he entered into the transfer portal and he left. He actually entered in the transfer portal again after leaving Howard. He entered in the transfer portal again.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, like I said, the people at Howard.
Sammy Dunn. So as far we have Sammy Dunn. So maybe you're right, Mr. Ford. Maybe they do have something up their sleeve.
Well, when it comes to recruiting, Jackson's always really good. So I'm looking forward to. I just want to see the names. Because what's the
I
last?
just have the only ones I know is okay. We had Sammy Dunn who committed in the spring, or excuse me, early signing day, and then we have
Oh, you talking about high school kids?
yeah, I
Oh
want to
yeah,
say Sammy
yeah,
Dunn
yeah,
in high school.
yeah. I'm waiting to
So
see what y'all gonna get from
we
the
do
transfer
need
portal.
a seasoned quarterback.
Yeah, yeah. I'm waiting to see that too.
The problem is with getting these seasoned quarterbacks with only 1 to 2 years eligibility. Do they want to sit behind a? Do they want to sit behind somebody, or are they looking to play now?
Well, like you just said, everything now is. They used to talk in terms of 3 and 4 years. Now it's 1 year because you don't know what they're gonna do. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was really shocked when that Spencer kid left Jackson last year. I really was.
Isaiah Spencer?
Yeah, because he had a really good Celebration Bowl game, and I felt like he was ready to come and just take over the SWAC. And then somebody told me he was in the transfer portal. I was, you know what I was saying? For what? Why? And then Doc told me something about a parent and all that, and I understood that, but I didn't understand it. So
What
I'm
did
like,
he tell you about a parent, Mr. Ford?
he said that one of the parents, I don't know if it was a dad or somebody, was pushing him to go into the portal.
But the only thing is, Virginia Tech is his parents probably didn't anticipate that Virginia Tech would fire its coach.
Oh yeah. No, you never anticipate that, baby.
And then that he's going to try to bring in the
Listen, listen, babe. I ain't gonna try. James Franklin gonna bring kids from all over the country.
Yeah, they said
He
James
gonna bring.
Franklin. They
Yeah,
should have never fired him.
yeah. He gonna bring in kids from all over the country, baby. Let me tell you, in the next 2 years, I'd say 3 years, maybe the next 2 or 3 years, he'll have the most talented roster in the country. His roster will be like LSU and them Georgia and all that, because that's how James Franklin is. His strong suit is personnel decisions. That's his strong suit. So
come back
maybe
to Jackson State.
I was about to say maybe Spencer can come back to Jackson. Think TC will take him back?
Maybe James Franklin will keep him.
Well, we'll see. But didn't you just say that somebody said he was in the portal?
Allegedly, that was what somebody said. But he hasn't posted anything.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, right. Like you said, allegedly. Because he could, I thought he had a great Celebration Bowl game. He and Fertillion. It was obvious, baby. Nobody could check him that day.
These parents are trying to make money off their sons way too
Yes,
early.
they are.
To make bad decisions.
Yes. Yes, they are. Yeah, they gonna do that, baby.
Now, Whit said when these folks' parents come on here chin checking folks left and right, she ain't timing out nothing. Uh-oh. I don't know. Sometimes you have to go out to see if the grass is greener and then realize that the grass is green over here and maybe you come back.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, do they want you back?
That is a thing, right?
Yeah, that's a thing, man. Do they want you back?
Hey, Brother Bakari. Your mic is muted. You gotta unmute.
Hey, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? What's up, Mr. Ford?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Uh, I ain't gonna be on here long. I got a couple things I want to say. When you said something about, you said somebody told you say about one of his parents was getting him to leave the portal. I know I've said it several times. I've even said it on here that and I don't know if he have a single mom or not, so I ain't going down that road. But when I say a single mom is a coach's dream,
No,
they
he's not one of them.
Sports Illustrated has an article, and I had an article. And if you want the article, Sheila, you give me your email, I'll send it to you. And they were talking about how single black mothers is the true power behind powerful football.
Yeah, I can believe that.
They say the single black mother, that's the true power.
Oh yeah.
And that the single mother, the woman, is the
Well,
coach's.
that's not his that's not his
That's not his situation. That's
that's
good.
No,
not
That's
his
no, he
good.
had a dad.
situation, and that's not who was allegedly pushing him to
Yeah.
go
But
that
I'm just
route.
saying how these people study us and see what's going on. That's and I just know going through that process myself. How the mother is the dream. Now for see young folks that getting in this portal, I don't think I can say for you. I wish you well. Probably won't keep up with you as much, but I wish you well. But I can say this one thing: the game the other night, the guy from Grambling got in the game for Ole Miss. All season
Which
long,
one?
that dude that
Who's the
the
guy from Grambling?
the guy that was the SWAC Defensive Player of the Year hadn't been playing all season. Now, this is something I heard Rashida Liberty. I think that's her name. The black agent, the female agent. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Well, yeah, I think. Wait a minute. Now, Liberty's not the one with Jalen Hurts. Is it?
She be in the HBCU spaces a lot. She got a couple players in the USFL, NFL, CFL. But anyway, she was speaking one time about the portal. And she was like, these coaches have the players that they recruited before you, especially now they're paid, they got to play them. I said that to say this. When that coach spoke last night, because the guy from Grambling hadn't been playing all season, I think he had played in one game.
Okay.
But he started playing once Kiffin left. Once Kiffin left, because they were talking about how talented he is, and they was wondering why he wasn't getting in the game. And when
Right.
I just heard the coach talk, and he was like, he had players that was on the bench that he wanted in the rotation on defense and couldn't put them in rotation at all, and they never got a chance to play. Now they're getting that chance to shine. Now,
Mm,
I'm not saying I want our players to go, but I'm just saying they go to the point where she said when these coaches already have the players that they recruited, how they gonna put those players in front of you, especially if they have given them a lot of money. And
right. Oh, yeah.
that portal is risky business. I hear
Yeah.
people say they're going to get the bag, but people talking about that bag, you looking at the top 1% that's going to get that bag. The
Right.
guy from Georgia that's being sued for $395,000. If I
Wilson.
remember, if I remember
Wilson.
correctly, he only received 30,000.
Mm.
Well, the original contract was 500,000, and they're suing him for 300 and what 90?
395, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly. And I was
So
reading
the,
some of
the
it,
original contract was 500,000.
And
and
he
if I
only
read,
got 30,000, and then he entered into the transfer portal.
yeah, he only got 30,000.
But let's just keep it a buck. A college player getting $30,000 and then deciding, hey, I don't want to go. I don't want to stay here anymore. I'm going to Mizzou. What did you think? You should have gave the $30,000 back. How you gonna take $30,000 from somebody and then enter? He got the $30,000, and then a couple days later he entered the transfer portal. Like
Now,
But they
that
don't have any loyalty. You know that. They don't have no loyalty to nothing.
loyalty, y'all gonna be up. They need to do a crash course in contract law.
That's what I'm saying. They
I
don't
think
know
what
nothing about
happened.
that.
I
That's
think
gonna
what
be a big
happened.
case. I'm waiting to see how that's gonna end. Because
But
that's
that
but
gonna change some
lawsuit,
things.
you
he
know he's suing
signed.
them. But you know he's suing
Yeah,
them too.
that's right. He's suing the University of Georgia. He is. He's countersuing.
That collected. Yeah, he countersuing
Yeah,
that collective.
yeah, yeah. Because he's saying that he did. The people that's asking him to give the money back, he's saying he didn't sign a contract with them.
Right. So then when the collective dissolved, because a lot of schools now, they don't have collectives anymore. They've gotten rid of the collectives. That's why you see when they did the house settlement or whatever, that's why you see a lot of collectives dissolved, and they started talking about revenue sharing within schools.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah,
he signed with the collective. The collective basically disbanded and said, oh, we're going to assign your contract directly to X, Y, and Z.
Yep, they
$30,000,
sent three.
and you thought you was getting ready to get into the transfer portal after somebody gave you 30,000. Like, let's just keep it a buck. It was literally a couple
Yep.
days later. You get 30,000, and then you decide to go into the transfer portal. Like, it didn't dawn on you, if I'm not going to stay here, maybe I shouldn't be cashing out the $30,000 and leaving. Like, come on now. You at best they'll probably hold him liable for the 30,000. You probably still hold
yeah.
him liable for 30,000.
I think it's going to set a precedent. It's going to be a
This
benchmark
transfer
case.
portal thing. This transfer portal thing is tricky, and I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, they coming after our players. But Jackson State, our collective, we need more HBCUs with collective. I'm glad somebody finally shut up that one clown on social media. But
Please don't say nothing about. Let's not spend no time talking about that.
That's all I said. That clown, because
Yeah,
that's why I
don't
said that
spend no
clown and left it
time.
at that. But
And like Miss Whitley told me, what we don't want to hear that. Let's not talk about that. I heard too much of that this week. Because listen, we got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, we do. We have bigger.
That's
We have
that's a
bigger fish.
distraction.
But I think
We got bigger
I
fish to
think we're
fry.
going. But we're going in the right direction with SWAC TV.
Yeah,
Even
that's what I think too. I think so too. We're going to, yeah,
HBCU go. We are
yeah.
going in the right direction. Should have been done some, but it's not. I'm gonna tell you, some of these games we don't need. There's like that Jackson State Alabama State game. The way they didn't switch our game to the half of the first, to the midway first quarter. I would have rather been on SWAC TV myself personally. I would have rather been on that app.
Now wait a minute, brother. What were you saying? What they didn't switch? What now?
You know, when Jackson State played Alabama State this year, that was the you know that ESPN 2 or ESPNU, whichever one it was on, did not switch to like midway the first quarter. They were showing Eddie George walking around the field, talking, doing all that. And Jackson State and Alabama State had started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had started. But
Okay.
I think we're going in the right direction. Of course, it's gonna be always things that we can improve on. But if you going, we going in the right direction right now.
I think we are too. I think we're going in the right direction too.
And I remember you've been saying this for the last few years, Mr. Ford. HBCUs in another golden era. We got an opportunity.
We really are.
And we have an opportunity right now to make this a big, because I'm going to tell you, man, HBCUs, and you know, that's our focus, but we FCS, we got an opportunity to surpass those bottom FBS schools. We already surpassed them in attendance.
The ULMs of the world.
Yeah, the ULM, the Southern Miss, you know, them MAC schools, them Conference USA schools, a lot of them Sunbelt schools. We have an opportunity, and without even, I used to say we need to go FBS. No, we don't. Without even going FBS, we can remain FCS, and we have an opportunity. We in a good position right now
we are.
to pass those schools. We're in a good position to pass those schools.
Yeah, see, I remember it was 1 year, Jackson State averaged more fans than the University of Arizona football team and Vanderbilt. And that's like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. But they had more. And then one Saturday, Jackson State had more people at their game than Mississippi State had at theirs, and Ole Miss had it theirs. And I think
Yep.
Mississippi State was playing Alabama.
Yep. Jackson State last year, the Celebration Bowl had more fans than Ole Miss versus Duke,
Yeah.
and they were playing in that in the Mayonnaise Bowl in North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
In
Oh
in
yeah.
in Jackson State, in the Celebration Bowl, Jackson State versus South Carolina State had more fans than them. And and when we talk about how down the Celebration Bowl attendance were outside of the college football playoffs, go outside the college football playoffs. I want to say our attendance was still around in like the top 5 of all
Yeah.
bowls outside of the college football playoffs.
Yeah. I think it was too. I think, but and I have to continue to say that Mr. Grant, what's his name? Is it John Grant? What's Mr. Grant's name? What's the
Talking about
man's name?
SWAC commissioner.
No, he's a executive director for the SWAC MEAC Challenge and the Celebration Bowl. Is it John
Oh,
Grant? Somebody, what's his
I can't
name?
think of his name.
Well, anyway, he does a piss poor job of selling the Celebration Bowl to the people of the city of Atlanta. He does a really, John Grant, he does a horrible job. And they
Mr. Fuller, I'm
still
gonna ask you a
drew over
question.
20,000.
I'm gonna ask you a question, Mr. Fuller. How many billboards did you see around the city of Atlanta talking
I
about
saw
the
none.
Celebration Bowl?
I saw none. The only thing,
I have never seen none.
I didn't see it. This is what I told Mr. Mona this. Starting that Thursday before the Celebration Bowl, we have channel 2, that's WSB, we have channel 5, that's WAGA, and we have a station called channel 9, I think, and 46. All of them did like a 20-second story on the Celebration Bowl, either that Thursday or that Friday. Other than that, you saw nothing.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Now the
That's why
downside,
I said Mr. John Grant does a piss poor job every year of selling that game to the people. I keep saying this over and over.
2026, and you've been saying it since 2024.
Listen, and let me say this again. There are 3 million black people in the state of Georgia. There are over 10 million people in the state of Georgia. You gonna tell me you can't sell out a dome that only holds 71,000, and you got 3 million black people in this state? You got 10 million people in the entire state, and you can't sell out that dome? You can't tell me that.
The sad thing now, the thing I say, it is a quick turnaround. We only truly have 1 week to promote the teams, right? You only have 1 week to promote the teams, which I think is
well, you don't on the South Carolina. I mean, excuse me, on the MEAC side, you don't.
Yeah, but we don't know who they playing.
They know by November.
Yeah, they know. They know the week before Thanksgiving. They know the week before Thanksgiving.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They do.
Yeah, they know they get a 3-week break, don't they? But they get a 2-week break or 3-week break.
At least a 2 week.
Damn near a month.
That's what I'm saying.
How many games they got to play before they know who this MEAC championship is, Mr.
The MEAC champion is they know by November 20th. That's before Thanksgiving. They know who the champion is.
They got to beat, Mr. Ford.
Huh?
How many people do they have to beat before they know if they're MEAC?
I think they play 4 or 5 games. And when you play them 4 or 5 games, if you don't lose any of them, you come to the Celebration Bowl.
Yeah, and that's yeah, but that's how it is, and that's the thing. I guess they could have promoted South Carolina State versus
they know damn near halfway through the season.
Well, probably the majority of them people probably with South Carolina State people. The majority of them people.
I think a lot of people actually didn't think South Carolina State was going to repeat like they did. There was a lot of talk. I guess it was just talk. All the experts, they claimed that North Carolina Central was going. I think you said it, Mr. Ford.
Well, I told you when Shinesbury went to South Carolina State. His intentions was to get to the mountaintop of HBCU football. Now, you embarrassed him the first year. And this year, he made it. And his thing is to stay on the top. That's him.
I'll be honest, I had started to look at Shinesbury a little sideways when they got down 21-0. I'm like, man, he's a great regular season coach, but he can't get it done. Because he hadn't got it done at Bill and Dick, like in the playoffs, like winning 2 games in the playoff. He
got to chewing that gum and he started going to work, Brother Bakari.
Well, once he put that what that kid was named Stubberfield, that changed that whole game. If he had kept that, if that other kid had stayed in that got hurt, that first string quarterback, they probably would have lost that game. But that Stubberfield, he came in there as a gunslinger. And he didn't even care. He threw caution to the wind. He did. That Stubblefield kid. That's why I keep telling you got to have more than one outstanding quarterback on your team.
Yep.
You got to have more than one.
That's why when I'm looking at the SWAC right now, especially the SWAC East, Jackson State and Alabama State is in good hands at quarterback. Them true freshmen. True freshmen, they balled out. Jackson State and Alabama State is in good hands at quarterback.
Oh yeah, and both of them gonna bring in excellent talent. Just wait and see. They're gonna bring in both of them are gonna bring in excellent talent from that transfer portal and from that February signing. When we do the first Wednesday in February, both of them are gonna bring in big time players. You watch and see. They always do. I'm looking for Grambling to bring it. I'm looking for Grambling to have a big time transfer portal and signing day in February. I'm looking for Southern. I'm looking for Alabama State. Of course, I know Prairie View. You know they're gonna be better. So yeah, and like I keep telling people, listen, FAMU, them people are back. They out of that funeral stage, that morbid stage they was in. They are back. They wearing their FAMU paraphernalia. They talking trash again, and they giving money.
Yeah, my homeboy's excited about Quinn Gray.
I'm telling you, baby, you should talk to him about
him and his brothers. They excited talking. That's what they saying. FAMU back.
Brother Bakari, what you think about basketball this season?
Oh my goodness, basketball. Jackson State men shoot way too many threes. Sometimes they hard to watch. Jackson State women. Jackson State women, their problem is they scored 4 points in the fourth quarter. Go look at their box scores in their other games. They have that one bad quarter. Like they should have beaten Auburn. They held Auburn to what that was. That was the matter of fact, they held Auburn to 8 points in the fourth quarter, but they only scored 5. When they played Alabama, what that was the third quarter, I think they scored 6. They could have beat Alabama. They got behind them Mississippi State at the end of the first quarter. The score was something like 24-6. But the rest of the game, they outplayed Mississippi State by like 5 points, but they got down. Well, I think no, because up to a point. Then Mississippi late in the game when the game was about over. But they had those where they gonna have a quarter where it's like they don't do nothing. But I still like Jackson State women chances to win the SWAC. I think Jackson State women got a pretty. I think Jackson State got a pretty decent team of women. Their men shoot too many threes for me. I'm not a fan of all the threes. Like they take 33. They was taking 33s a game, and a lot of time they ain't running no plays. Everything just one-on-one. Southern women seem to be good. Howard women seem to be the best in all of HBCU right now. Howard women have a very good team. And their women's team is very good.
Mhm.
It's gonna be an interesting season. Look like Southern might be the best team in the SWAC, but I don't think Jackson State women is gonna just lay down. Yeah, they lost today, but I think they keep their head up. I think Jackson State women will. I think Jackson State women will be okay in the SWAC going into the SWAC tournament. I think they got a possibility of being a top 4 team in the SWAC this year. Play because they do play hard, but they just got to get past that one bad quarter where they ain't gonna score but 5 or 6 points.
You cannot have a game. You cannot have a quarter where you only score 5 points or 4
Go
points.
go go find some of their
And
games and
the
look at
thing
their
of
box score.
the problem with that is your center, they're throwing the ball to you and you passing it right back out. Girl, if you don't turn around and get a layup.
And I like her. She can play. I think now this is just me, and I ain't no coach. I'm the SheLovesThee coach. But I would like to see her and I can't say her last name. Her and that Nigerian girl on the court together. I can't. The true freshman from Nebraska come off the bench. I would like to see our big center. I can't think of her name either right now. But I would
Pierre.
like to see. I would like to see her, our starting center, with the Nigerian girl on the court together for about 10 minutes a game, 5 minutes a half together.
Like
I think
I feel
that
like
would be a difference.
Coach Reed was able to dominate the SWAC with her bigs, right? It was the difference maker for years. We always had bigs.
Yep.
And she would use them, 2 bigs on the floor at the same time. Instead of 1 big and this big subbing, we'd have 2 bigs on the floor. And it made a difference.
Yep. But but I'm gonna tell you something else is different. Uh when she was here, she didn't lose 10 players to graduation and transfer portal either. It was like the coach we have now, I think she's a good coach. Me personally. But she had to literally rebuild her team back-to-back seasons.
Mm-hmm.
The transfer portal really hurt them. Graduation and transfer portal really hurt them.
Mm-hmm. But that's, you know what? That's also one of those things where you sometimes you do get these players that only have 1 year of eligibility left, right? And it ends up hurting when they leave, right? Because now you don't have anything to build off of. They only have 1 year of eligibility and they ball out and then you have to find a way to replace it. Somebody blowing you up, Mr. Ford. It's 12 o'clock at night. Who blowing you up this late? Dang, Mr. Ford.
Hey, Tamona, thanks for letting me speak. I'm going to listen offline. Thank you for letting me speak. And peace to everybody in the chat and peace to you, Mr. Ford.
All right. Bye, Brother Bakari. They're saying that coaches' teams can't gel because they're continually rebuilding. So that's one of those things. And you know what? That's one of those things where you live by the portal, die by the portal, or that's one of those negatives that happen with the portal, which is you're always in the mode of rebuilding. Now I will say this, Coach Mo, which is why I'm holding him to a higher standard, me personally. I'm holding Coach Mo to a higher standard because Coach Mo was able to retain a lot of his roster from last year. So I remember Dorian McMillan, Jamie Mitchell, Kivion Hunt, and Deshaun Ruffin. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe it looks like it's 4. Let me see. last year's. Tamarian Hoover was on there last year too, but he was a freshman. So that's 5. Tatum was there last year, so that's 6. 7, 8. Oh no, we have like 8. We have like 8 players from last year. Tamarian Hoover was there, Dorian McMillan, Jalen Tatum, Jamie Mitchell, Kivion Hunt, Delisle Williams, and Deshaun Ruffin. So we were actually able to maintain quite a few different Jackson State players. Yeah, he's on here. Here, I'll show you guys. Let me show you. Because they were making okay. Well, I don't know. Let me see. Okay. It says 2024, 2000. I know Tamarian Hoover is on this year's roster. Dorian McMillan, Jamie Mitchell, Kivion Hunt, Delisle Williams. I want to say he's on there still. Deshaun Ruffin. So that's 1, 2. Ebo Wilson. I think he's on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go to this year's. Yeah, he's on there. Don't you see Jalen Tatum? He's on there. They said Hunt might be out for the season. Oh, well, 2025, 2026. Tamarian Hoover, Dorian McMillan, Jalen Tatum, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jamie Mitchell, Kivion Hunt, 5. Hey, I haven't seen him. Where's he at? Ebo Wilson's, Delisle Williams, Deshaun Ruffin. So you know what? Coach was able to actually keep a lot of his roster from last year. So it looks like the only like 1 or 2 either entered the transfer portal or graduated. Grant. I think Grant was the FAMU transfer, I believe, if I remember right. Ebo is not physical. Man, he need to have a physical class. You can't be just tall and not. Boy, use them shoulders. Use them shoulders. Use that weight. Use that height. Use the height. For the men, Mo needs to play Ebo and Butler down low together. They're the most physical and active bigs. Well, like I said, listen, in terms of flipping a roster, Coach Mo did not. We lost Grant, we lost Mansell, and you know that those were basically our 2 bigs, right? Mansell was 6'9", which we have Ebo who's 6'10". And Shannon Grant was 6'11". Okay, y'all, we're going to bed. Should I come back Tuesday or Thursday? I think I'll come back on Tuesday. Yeah, I'll be back Tuesday. Wait, when is the next basketball game? Do women have a game in the middle of the week by themselves, and then the men have a game, and then okay, so the next game for the men is Saturday versus Alabama State. And then they have a game on Monday, January 12th versus Alabama A&M in Huntsville. So we got some good games coming up. So I will see you guys on Tuesday. Nah, there was one game he played almost 20 minutes and scored 0. Ooh! Brianna said, hold up now, y'all. SWAC play or no SWAC play? Ladies are Thursday through Saturday. Men are Monday through Saturday. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all are cutting up in the chat. Luckily, the chat will probably be turned off because I played that Total Praise song. And that Total Praise song is probably going to be a copyright. Like, it's not going to put a strike, but it'll be a copyright. So the chat will be deleted because y'all were clowning tonight. I guess it'll still be on the screen. Rihanna, why are you clowning? Oh, okay. Y'all have a lovely night. Thank y'all for tuning in to SheLovesThee SWAC Saturday. Thank you, Brother Bakari and Mr. Ford, for coming on here and kicking it with me. And thank you all for tuning in. Bree said, I might tell a joke, but I'm not going to tell a lie. Y'all be blessed, and I will see you guys on Tuesday.
I've had some weary days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around, and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. The clouds hang low. I can hardly see the road. I ask the question, Lord. Lord, why so much pain? But He knows what's best for me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see. So I'll just say, thank you, Lord. I won't complain. But He is so good to me. He's been good to me. More than this world I Adam.